help him out. I mean, we could walk in here and I mean, did you do any of the comps in the area?
To be honest, I'm trying to do for me the listing. I mean, he's supposed to send me some houses today, but I'm still in the struggle to like identify right away if I'm in a hybrid or a sub two or.
Yeah,
So
no problem. Yeah, we can help you with all that. So it's really simple. If they have a mortgage and they've got low equity in the mortgage, it's a sub two all day. If they own it outright, it's seller finance. So it means the seller is going to be the bank, and then the other one's cash. And so you really have, those are your three big choices. So yeah, you're doing everything right so far. You're great. So 350 is about the comps. The comps in that area are about 350. And so if we're taking over, let me see, what was there, 324. So there's about 20 grand in equity that we could take over. That's the only way we do it. And we need to let the realtor know up front. The only way that we can make this work is that we'll take it over, but there's really no commission that he's going to get. And so if he would do like $5, we'll be willing to pay that. But the owner's not going to get anything. And he'll probably say no to it, but that's okay. Leave it there and just say that's, it doesn't cash flow positive. The rents are what they owe in the mortgage. But this is semi-sellable if we can get it under contract. Semi. It's going to take a special person. Usually this kind of thing is for a family, somebody that wants to live there, not somebody that wants it for an investment.
Because he was telling me that he has customers willing to do like big down payments or whatever. I mean, what I'm thinking is if they are on that mindset already, I'm just like, give me those houses to see what can we do, and if it makes sense for us and it makes sense for you guys, we can agree on something. I think that the most important thing, it was that I was telling him that I was bringing the proof of funds in the morning, and the first thing that I did in the morning was sending that. So I did my part. So he has to send some properties, and I mean,
yeah, I see what you're saying, but let him know on this one that you would love to help out. Like, you are so eager to help out in this situation, but you just can't because it's because they owe what the mortgage is. I mean, the mortgage is what the rent is, and so
they're going to lose money, right?
They will not. Well, I mean, if they do his full commission and everything, they would. But we're not going to talk about that part. We're just going to say, with closing costs and everything, it's gonna, it's I need something in this to make it worthwhile because it does not cash flow for me. Mm-hmm. Okay, and 20 grand is kind of that's like, 10 months worth of mortgage payments. So it's kind of gives you a backup. But this is something that would have to be sold to a private, like a family that's going to move in and live here. Because otherwise it's just at that 6.5. It's not the goal.
I know for a fact that it doesn't have like the best interest rate, and it doesn't cash flow. So I know it's not a deal. But I know he has some.
Yeah, it's got potential of being a deal. So let him know that you're working hard for him so you can get those other ones for sure. And then Shane already sent you proof of funds?
Yeah. So Thank you so much, Shane. Again, thank you.
No problem.
And I have another question. It's about another. It's exactly one of my customers. I mean, I do my own thing on landscaping, but I work for a company too. But
yeah,
so I've been going back and forth, and I just knew that I was cleaning the house too because they're gonna sell it, and they know that I've been doing some, like I told her real estate school. So we're like basically like friends. So I was telling her, what if I run the numbers and I can bring you an offer before you list it? And she was open to it. I just got like the green light to obtain info from her. So I haven't like ask for the last mortgage statement or whatever. But it is a weird marketing here. It's basically like Bakar. It's but what could it be like? The best offer for her with the hook of being not listed yet. I mean, what's the benefit of sell it off market? I know that
So
she's
being
not going to pay a commission, but it's something else that I can pitch or
to her, yeah, it's just she's going to save a ton of money on the commission. So that's the one thing you want to focus on. How much is the place worth?
it is like 450 for something, but she told me that she's expecting to do like 500, and I just didn't want to be the crush her dreams right away because I haven't done my research like that specific, but she's asking for too much. And I don't mind crushing her dreams like you do with everybody, but um I don't have the facts right now to do it. And I
Right.
wanna
I mean,
like strategize something
she's
before I do something.
yeah, she'll save $30,000 in commissions because if she has to pay 6% of 500,000, you know, so
And
that's
I remember the question. The question actually is she's looking to buy in Mesa. I mean, it's a relocation moving. So I
yeah.
was thinking
So
to hit twice. I mean,
absolutely. So find out from her what her buy box is for Mesa and start looking there. Like let's look for something and try to find something that she can move into. And that's going to make life easier for her. And so if we can find a seller finance for her, then it's easier for her to do this one seller finance.
and I was thinking, they have to move in January. So I was thinking, just give me 1 month to find you a house and bring a good offer for the one that you have. But I know that
Don't
my
don't
best.
don't set yourself up for failure. Okay, don't give them a time limit. Don't do
The,
that at all.
the thing
Just
is,
say, yeah,
they have to list. They think that they have to list it
they have to list it when.
as soon as possible to sell it.
Well, yeah, but you're saying that they're moving in January. You get a half a year, more than half a year, right?
I think it's more the pressure that they have. They think that they have to sell it. I mean, list it right away to sell it before January. But I mean,
Okay.
I won't set limits on myself. I'll bring you offers and find you a house. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay. Yeah. And just don't make any promises. Say, I'm new to this and you've got to be friends with them and say, let me see what I can do to help you out. I use let me see what I can do to help you out for everything because you're not making any promises. Okay. And so, to say, I'll get you something in a month. All they hear is in a month, they're going to have what they need. Okay. And so just make it so much simpler and just say, let me see what I can do.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And last question is not about real estate, but Shane, it's the TKO for. Are you into mixed martial arts or any combat sports, or what is it for?
Trent cameraman only. That's my
He's labeled me.
Oh, is that your brand?
yeah, that's mine. Yeah, because we're calling the program that's coming out the TKO cheat code. And so
Oh, I was curious because I love boxing and MMA. I was just curious.
No, not for many years.
All right, all right. Well, that's it for me. I'll keep you guys updated, and I have a positive um like I feel something's coming good from this. I just feel it.
you know what? And keep telling yourself that because we are what we say we are, anything, your thoughts become your actions. And so keep on saying that. That's the best thing you can ever do.
For sure.
And just if we have everybody, I mean, anybody in the chat that is like really really afraid, I was really afraid too. But when you call, you feel like this tiny victory in yourself that it just makes you want to go for more and more and more. Well, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it,
All right.
and I'll keep you guys updated. Have a good day.
Okay, later.
Bye bye.
All right. See ya.
See you, buddy.
All right. What's going on, Shane?
Not much. How are you?
I'm good. If you ever want to get rid of your TKO, you've got status on your own. You don't need TKO on your thing.
I don't
But
mind. I don't mind.
it's great. Yeah. Once this is out, I talked to Mikey yesterday. He's in the middle of cross going. So practices go to like 6 o'clock. So he's like, I'm trying to find time. So he's working hard on the back end for sure.
Yeah, you just got to let me know when I can step in and do the AI stuff in addition for him. So he's
Absolutely, yeah. Well, and he needs the APIs for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you
We
code?
got the APIs. What's that?
Said you code?
No, but I figured it out.
Oh, you said APIs.
He does.
I'm in computer science.
Okay.
Oh, you are?
Yes, I'm in computer science. So when you said API, that rang in my head.
Yeah.
Is that Jazz?
Yeah, it's Jazz.
Huh?
I was like,
Yeah,
his
yeah,
screen
yeah,
was
my
off,
fault.
he wasn't there.
Somebody there. We wouldn't know you without your code. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, Mikey is our 15-year-old that we've kind of adopted out of Jersey, and he's been building the entire thing. So Shane's the software part of it, and Mikey's coding it. So yeah, if you ever want to look it over for us and see if he's got any holes in anything, but he's
For sure.
Listen, if he's 15 coding, I'm sure that it's A1 because that's young.
Yeah.
so bright. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And again, guys, that's the best part of Hold My Hand Wholesale is the community. We've got everybody from all sorts of different walks of life. I mean, I'm in television production. Jazz is a coder. Shane lives in Mexico and is Canadian, so that's weird. No, but he's Shane's in the mortgage world where he does loans. There's so many resources that you can pull out of Hold My Hand Wholesale just for $20 a month. It's pretty insane.
Really.
Okay, Jazz, tell me what's going on.
Well, I guess I have two questions. So, I don't know if I needed like the operation of agreement and all of that stuff. Your team was telling me I should get that today from you.
Hopefully, yeah. Richard surprised me last night and said I have to, step into his lives. So I'm going basically all day. I get a break from 11 to 12. They wanted articles incorporation, right? That was one of them.
Yeah, it was a bunch of things she needed, and like, yeah, it's been a couple of days, so I hope like the deal isn't killed because
DM me a list of it, or DM it to Marilyn, and just so I have the list handy, I'll try to get it done between 11 and 12.
All right, no problem. Thank you. I just wanted to get that out because she's not giving me the contract until I get all that stuff. So I just been waiting for that stuff.
She's just trying to vet you. So it is something I could probably call her and find out why she needs my articles of incorporation. It's the insane.
Right.
That's
and like an operating agreement and stuff like that. So yeah, she was very like, I can't send that stuff over until I have everything. So I'm like, all right,
So I don't know why she's doing that. She's being a little bit nuts. But maybe between like 11 and 12, we could give her a call, and just so I can talk to her and just say, that's a lot of paperwork. That's a lot of information you need just for an offer. Is it a good deal? I can't remember.
It's the one we ran through. I think it was yesterday. We ran through it, and you said it was pretty good.
What did it cash flow?
I told you that the rent is 1,100 and the Section 8 is 12, but then I checked on Zillow Rent Manager, and it said it could be upwards to 1,500. So my rent number was pretty low.
Yeah, let's keep it low. That's where we want to be.
Yeah,
but did it cash flow?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it did cash flow. Yeah, because I was going off a 1% rule and stuff like that.
But it just cash flowed about $200, right? It wasn't.
I'm not sure. I can't remember what the cash flow was. I don't think you told me yesterday, but you said it did cash flow.
Okay, I would have told you for sure. Yeah. So you got to get organized, 100%.
Right.
Because you got to know when somebody calls, you've got to go right to sheet that says everything that you've already told them, all that stuff. Hugely important, because you're going to get stuck and you're going to make an offer on a house and then you're making an offer on the wrong one. Only because I've done it. Because I know exactly what happens. Here's what I would do. Say you talk to your partner, and he said, this is such a small house. Like, it's what, 100, what was it, 90?
No, yeah, it was 90K. I think the square footage was 15 something.
Yeah, so just
15,
know as
yeah.
far as, I mean, it's a small deal. Tell her if she doesn't want to work with us, we totally understand. We're probably not a good fit for her. That's too much work for how much the place is. Just kind of push back a little bit. But I'll try to get everything together. But we should just make phone calls. Like the fact that she wants all that stuff is insane. And I'm more than happy to talk to her and tell her. So
absolutely,
let's get
appreciate that. But
yeah,
that's one thing.
Sometimes just that confidence shuts them down. They're like, oh yeah, no, that's no problem. It's cool. Right. You know, it's you got to assert yourself and kind of be dominant, but in a nice way. Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's not get pushed around too much.
Absolutely, no problem. And then
but send me her phone number in the DM, and I'll call her and I'll try to bring you in too. Put your phone number, her phone number, and what they wanted.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that right now.
And I'll beat her up, but be nice. So
absolutely, no problem.
Okay.
And then I was looking at like potential houses I can call on today, and I kind of seen like a intriguing one. It's a weird one because when I put it into PropStream and on his Zillow description, he says he has a portfolio of about 24 houses that could be either bought in bulk, partially. So I put it in PropStream, I put the address in, and it's not giving me the exact numbers on that house, but it's giving me his portfolio, I guess. It's giving me his portfolio is like -4 million in the hole. So I knew you guys was talking about portfolio stuff with the guy that's on before this.
Steve.
Yeah.
Steven.
So yeah, Stephen G. So I was like, let me go. I'll write this down and talk to you guys about this tomorrow morning. So I guess I'll give you the address and you just look in the PropStream because
so what's cool about it is it's got the linked properties. Did you see that link?
No, that's the thing though. It has the linked properties, right? But when I try to see the mortgage statement and stuff for that particular property, it brings up his portfolio. It's really weird. It's weird.
Okay, send it over. Let me see.
Yeah. Put it down. I might just do it from my phone. Just send it to your DM right now.
Okay. Let's see it.
I sent that, and I'm also sending my number and stuff in the DM too.
Yeah. So I'll call her between 11 and 12 and just say you talk to your boss or whatever you want to say, and that'll give me a little bit of.
I'm gonna send you the email she sent me about like what the stuff she wanted.
Perfect.
And then
just do me a favor. Instead of the email, just send me the list. Type it out for me.
Oh, I got you. Okay, no problem.
Just be easier because I'm going to read through it.
Yeah, I got you. But yeah, I'm gonna send it to you, Shane.
Okay, thanks, bro.
Yeah, his
you see what I'm talking about, right? You see what I'm talking about, right?
He's got one loan for everything. So he's paying $25,000 a month for his entire portfolio, it looks like. Because it's 4.5.
I was trying to figure out just what's going on with that one particular house, and it just brings up his whole portfolio, which is I've never seen that before.
No, I haven't either. That's interesting. So yeah, under that,
How do I send this to you, Shane? Hold on. I got you.
Thank you.
Shane, you got prop, right? Tell me if
Unfortunately.
you've ever this. Yeah, right.
Oh, they make it. Gotcha.
Interesting. Property details.
And then like I seen that, so it kind of intrigued me. I was gonna like start off the call like, oh, I want to talk about this house and try to run some numbers. Probably I was gonna offer him half of what the listing said, and then I was gonna try to like steer the conversation to like, oh, I seen you had on Zillow. You said you had a portfolio. Like, what's going on with that? Like, I kind of wanted to do that kind of deal right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you just need to find out more information. He is upside down 4.3 million.
Yeah, he's in the hole heavy.
On a 4 point. Well, it's not really in the hole because if you own property, you have a loan on it, and so like if you'd look at mine, it shows I've got a $2 million loan. Doesn't always mean you're in the hole. It just means that you've got a loan. And so he might be pulling cash out. I'm not sure. He's got a lot of things. Yeah. So I sent you in the DMs the name of the company that owns them all. So look them up and try to find them. I give you the name of the company and the address. And so kind of like you're working with are you working with a realtor or no? Not yet.
I haven't called yet. I just seen this last night. I was looking through PropStream to see, if it could be a good deal or not. And then
do that. Call them directly and just see what happens.
Okay.
And just say, hey, I saw you guys, put this on, but I didn't understand on public record. It showed that you had a portfolio, and then go from there.
Right. Okay. No problem.
All right.
Well, yeah, that's really good.
No linked properties though.
It's no linked properties. That's what's weird. But it's got. Did you see that?
It's very weird. Like, it's very weird.
There has to be something like, yeah, that's weird because the bank wouldn't.
Well, they got a loan for everything. That's what they put them all under one loan.
At least that's what
I mean. Is that normal? Is that normal to do, or is that okay?
But it doesn't mean it doesn't. I don't know what it doesn't give us any kind of leverage or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just.
Yeah, I'm a call for sure. I was looking at these houses at like 1 a.m. last night. I was like, nah, I'm sure if I bring this up to them, they would know more than me. And so I had to talk to them.
Because we're super.
She more than me, so I had to run it by you guys.
Yeah, give it a call and I'd call them directly for sure. I think that's gonna be way better.
I got you. No problem. So I'm gonna send that over to you with the other stuff as well, and I'm gonna write out what the lady wanted, the agent.
Yeah, and just remind me too, Marilyn, if you can put a big reminder for between 11 and 12 for me to just call that, so I don't have to do all the work and getting all my incorporated stuff.
Shane, you sent me something that's the pro. I was reading, like skimming through it real quick. It's like the pros and cons of the house. That's what that was. Shane?
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were talking to me. What was that?
I said you sent me like a message thing. And I was just skimming through it real quick.
Yeah, sorry. I meant to send that yesterday. That was your investor analysis that I did for you. That was on the property yesterday.
Okay.
It was in my message thing right when I went to look there. So I figured instead of deleting it, I might as well send it. I meant to send it yesterday. So
no problem. I just seen that as I was trying to send you the address, so I just skimmed through it really fast. No problem. Thank you.
No worries.
And you're thinking seller finance on this, right?
Which one?
The $90,000 one.
No, that was a cash deal.
That was okay. I was pretty sure
cash.
that was.
Yeah, it's cash.
And what was the rents on that? Just so I can remember.
Well, yeah, 1,100, and then Section 8 was 13, and then I checked on the rent caster, and it said it can go up to 15, but you always say go low, so it's 1,100.
Always, yeah.
Always go low. Yeah, So how should I I mean, I guess with this portfolio situation, how should I steer the conversation, like what is the best strategy
Oh,
to use?
straight up. Just say, hey, I'm an investor and I saw this and I noticed on public record that looks like you have one loan for everything. Are you guys
What's
looking to
going on like
sell?
that, right? Okay, I got you. Got you. And
Yeah,
what should I offer him?
don't say nothing on the first call. You're fact finding. So also, and don't say what's going on there because that's more of this seems shady.
Personal, right?
Yeah, it just sounds like you're telling me shady. Just say, hey, it looks like you guys are willing to sell, but I'm just trying to find more information about it. Can you either direct me to your realtor or what can you guys tell me?
No problem. Yeah, I'm
But yeah, always choose your words with people because if you come off sometimes you can come off adversarial without even trying and you don't want to be. You just want to be like, hey, I'm a new investor. It looks like you guys have a portfolio. Do you guys have a pro forma that you can send me that I can take a look at it? Are you selling this? What's going on? So
it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
yeah, it's interesting. It's one of those things where people can get, wait a minute, what you talking about?
Right. I got you. All right, no problem. Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
Okay, buddy, take it easy. All right, Joseph.
What's up, fellas?
How are you?
I'm doing well. How you guys doing today?
Good, man.
Killing it.
Nothing's
So,
going
I would like to. This is Shane. This is something that I had emailed you or direct messaged you about. I'd like to pitch the Morby method on a 19 unit portfolio. Like the agent was receptive to it, but he was concerned about the second lien position. And I was like binge watching videos to understand how to overcome that objection. But as a Morby method, I feel like it's a cool structured deal, and I just wanted your thoughts on that.
Yeah. Did you send it my email or just message me?
It was just, I think it was just a direct message. Is a Morby method an opportunity here?
That's on the 19 unit one that we've been kind of talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there enough equity in that to do it?
Enough equity in it to do it. Yeah, for sure. So 2.45 mil is a ask. They owe 300,000.
Okay. Yeah, then there definitely is. Okay. And what's the objection that you had? Sorry.
The seller being in second lien position, carrying the. So I'm structuring the deal. You can structure deals as a Morby method to sell to buyers, correct?
Makes sense. So, what you need to do, and I'm actually going through that right now, you have to confirm with the lender. So whoever's going to be doing the lending on it, you have to confirm with them that they're willing to allow the seller to take a second position on the lien. So if they're going to do, if the seller's going to carry the note for you, the lender needs to be able to allow it in the second position, and not all lenders will.
Okay, yeah, for sure. So then I seen a video that talked about how it's like this is Pace kind of explaining like there are a lot of like lenders that allow this, but at the same time he kind of explained like it's none of their business. Like we're just bringing the transactional lender to the table to just close the first leg of the transaction. So the second leg, they shouldn't like we're not communicating our intent. We're just bringing up the capital needed to satisfy the 30% down payment.
So then you need to make sure that your title company is good with creative financing. I'm sure Morby's got a title company that he puts up somewhere that he uses. I don't know. Trent, do you have a title company that is good with creative financing?
He has his
I
own
think
title
everyone
company that does it.
Oh, his?
Yeah, he has his own title company that does creative deals.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you should be solid. I mean, he's going to be the one talking, and he has a problem not being in first or not being in second, because
There's a
being in
problem
second.
being in second. So I mean, my structure of the deal is 2.45 mil, 70% down. So that's 1.7 mil. That would go
Yeah.
to him. He carries the 30%, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. It cash flows around $6,500, and then the buyer entry to enter in the deal. I want to structure it to where closing. I want to structure where it's very little money, but at this time it's closing costs and then seller commission. But yeah, his objection was the second lien. He was like, I mean, a tremendous down payment. You have a 2.45 million purchase, and the down payment is 1.7 million because of the
Yeah.
DSCR loan.
Right. So he wants to be in first position, is what you're saying.
I wouldn't say wants to be, but I just a higher level of security on that second lien. Like I know we talk about deed in lieu of foreclosure or deed of trust. I just wanted to overcome the objections, and I just wanted your thoughts on the actual deal. I don't know if you guys are doing deal analysis or kind of just answering questions, but I feel like on the number structure, it works well for him. But the objection is I don't want to be in second lien, and I want to overcome the objection.
Where else would he be if he's not in second?
First.
So he just
I
wouldn't take
think
the deal.
Right. I think what he's saying is he wants to be in first position because he's got so much.
Because the bank's already got first position on the 300,000. But
He would pay that off with the down payment. So 2.45 mil DSCR loan comes in.
Right. So there's
and
nobody
he paid off
who.
the 300,000.
Yeah, but who else is in position at that point? You know what I mean?
DSCR
That's
lender.
yeah, the DSCR
Okay.
lender.
That's going to be after the fact. It's not going to be because he's paying it off. I'm a little confused.
He's paying it off, but then he's going to carry a 30% note on top of it. So he's going to pay off the 300, then he's going to carry the 30%. So he's not into it for the full 2.7, but he's going to have 30% that he's going to carry. And there really isn't there.
Yeah, if somebody else is carrying 60%,
Yeah.
that they're going to be. It's really just based on they've got more at risk.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
can
really-
you structure it to where because I've never created a note. I don't know how this process works, but like tacking on a deed in lieu and foreclosure on that, something with a land trust, something with the operating agreement, something where he has a level of security on that second lien.
He doesn't though. That's why I think what he wants is to be in first position. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he wants to be in second position
But
because he's got more.
Can he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say he wants to. I mean, like a lot of people don't want to do seller financing, but you overcome the objection. You overcome their objection. A lot of people don't want to do subject to, but you overcome the objection with alternatives, and that's what I'm trying to position here. Like, hey, that's interesting because the down payment is so high, but I don't want to be in second lien position. Cool, that's an objection. How do I overcome that objection?
No, I got you, but I think the objection is he wants to be in first position. Is that correct? Is that what we're saying?
He wants to have this safety of being in first position. He wants the same.
Yeah, and I was wondering, because I'm asking
'Cause he-
ChatGPT a lot of foolishness too. So I just want your guys just real world experience. So there's you're being in second because PACE goes, you can be in second lien position. You can do like a UCC1 filing, and you can do like an operating agreement where there's some structure to where something. And I had to like watch that video several times.
Yeah,
I just wanted to.
Yeah, I think we're going to have the information because it's what you keep saying is he doesn't want to be in second position, correct?
He doesn't want to be in. So yeah, it's an objection.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I don't know how to overcome that. He will be in second position.
Yeah.
But there's no level of security. So a deed in lieu and foreclosure is not a level of security to offer to the seller. Like, hey, we missed a few payments. You get the property right back, even though you're in second position.
Well, yeah, but he also gets the debt back too. Like he gets the loan back too. So that's why I'm not a fan. This is basically a hybrid. Like, and it's one of those things where I mean, I would definitely talk to Stephen G about this because he does this all day long, and that's his wheelhouse.
Okay.
And he'll be back. He'll be on right after me. So
What time is that?
At 11 PST.
11 PST is 2?
2 hours and 15 minutes. Yeah, in
Okay.
2 hours and 15 minutes. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes there's isn't an answer. So you gotta be okay with that.
Yeah, just because with Shane, like my focus is on the multifamily, and I just have a lot of leads where like the Morby method works because you're asking for a down payment, but then it's the practical sense that I don't understand on the back end stuff, which is like the operating agreement, the deed in lieu. Like I don't know that process at all.
If
I've
you
only
did
just closed wholesale regular deals.
If you did the in deed of lieu of foreclosure, if whoever is to default, it immediately gets reverted back to the seller. So property would go without foreclosure. So you wouldn't have, it wouldn't hit on the first note. So I mean, that's, I think what, I'm pretty sure that's what Pace does. Yeah, that's what I would suggest. You can do the in deed of lieu and foreclosure, but double check with Steve. I'm pretty sure he's going to say the same thing. But either that, or you can make offer him a balloon payment, try to get it so it's paid off sooner. Then you wouldn't have to carry it as long. But there's either way, he's going to have to be.
Then how do I go? Okay, how do I go about pitching it to Steve? Because I feel like his format is kind of like action versus I'll take questions. Let me make calls. That's like that was the first time I was on this call today.
I'll
Because I'm
introduce
so
you.
confused.
Yeah, just stick at 11 o'clock. I'll introduce you to Steve and tell him. I'll give him a little backstory about what you got going. I think
Okay.
I think you've got so many different strategies that you can't hone in on one. You know.
No, I have one
So
focus. Multifamily is the asset. I'm focused on
no,
multifamily. I'm on MLS,
no,
so I have
yep.
leads. So I'm doing 2
No,
to
I
4 units, and I'm doing 5 plus. So I have the leads. Now it's like, okay, what works for this deal? And that's pretty much it. Like I don't have a single family focus in low purchase price areas, solely just multifamily, and really trying to get an understanding of the cap rates and cash on cap returns and just the structure of multifamily. So I mean, learning a lot, but this particular lead is just interesting to me because the numbers are good, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Let's do it at 11 o'clock. I'll introduce you to Steve and he can translate.
Okay, cool.
All right, bro. Take it easy. Okay. All right. Philip, what's up?
Good morning, guys. So I just have a quick question. I had just talked to like a nice realtor for like 20 minutes about a multifamily 20 unit deal, so to speak. And
Okay.
she sent me over like everything that needs to be done, like videos. And out of the 20 units, there's like 5 units that are not completely finished, but the seller actually has all the building materials, tiles, and everything. And
Okay.
on a monthly basis, it brings in $16,000. So, and I got all excited and talked to her about like owner financing and all that kind of stuff. And she was like, well, he's game for pretty much everything. So I told her I would call her again today and we'd talk about some other questions that just built up over the last day when I first talked to her. And then today she kind of told me that there's still a loan on the property
Oh boy.
of close to $1 million. So I was like, well, there goes everything.
Yeah.
And
Drives me nuts when you do that. Like, oh, and by the way, and you're like, nope,
Yeah.
that's wait.
I mean, it's kind of my fault. I could have just asked for it on like the first phone call, but like after we got talking, I just kind of forgot about it in the process of it, and then I didn't put it into PropWire or PropStream. So I was like, I guess that's bad on my part. But I mean, the loan right now is at 5.5% interest rate, and it's close to $1 million outstanding, and he pays $7,200 a month for it. And I actually just sent over the property address in your DM if you
Yep,
want to take a look at it.
Let me
So-
ask you this. So it's what are rents?
They're 800 per unit, and they got
How many units?
sorry, what?
How many units?
20 and 15 of those are currently rented out. 5 of them are still getting renovated or need like the finishing touch on the renovation, but there is a wait list for these 5 units.
Okay, so they need to be renovated, and we're talking 16,000 a month. Is that what we're?
Yeah, like
total.
total would be 16,000 a month. I mean, she said you could up the rents because some of them are just like midterm, like half a year terms or like year terms. One of them is
Yeah.
like month, so you could up those. She even sent me like the QuickBook thing for like everybody that pays rent. So I mean, technically she probably wasn't even allowed to do that, but she sent it over. So
Well, no, she has to. That's an important part of the whole process is the pro formas. So he's spending 6,500 a month, and he's got 1.0. Let's call it 1.1 owed. He's got about 123. What are they asking for it? Let's see.
1.58.
Yeah, he's insane. That's way too high. Let me see. Let me get comps. $16,000. And he wants 1.5.
1.59, isn't it? 1.58.
Yeah, yeah, 1.58. Like
We'll call it 1.6. Yeah, I think he's way overpriced, but let me just double check.
His cost per square foot really isn't, though.
Okay.
I don't know. I agree. I thought the same thing initially. I'm just reading a little bit further.
Yeah, that's what I'm checking. So
And it's a 70-year-old property, too. When was it renovated last?
but they just redid like the 15 like within the past 5 years, and the
Yeah.
other 5 units that are currently vacant, I mean, they're close to being finished. It just needs like tiling work, and all the materials are still there. Like she even sent me pictures of the materials that are out there. So you're probably looking at another, I mean, 10,000 maybe to finish it.
on each one?
No, for all five. I mean, they're just one
No
bedroom,
way.
one bath. So
10,000 for each one, probably.
That's figured 10,000 per. Even though the
Okay.
materials are there and everything, yeah, we don't know where it's at. Again, people are putting lipsticks on pigs. You know, they're trying to make it sound as good as possible. We need to do just the opposite. We need to point out all the flaws, everything that's like, wait, we got 5 units that aren't even part of this. So you got to figure everything at 15 units to start because you're going to have to put a lot of money into getting them up to snuff.
Even as they are, though, it's still cash flowing $60K a year.
Okay, $5,000 a month.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean,
that is that.
Yeah. It's a good one. I'm
This
just
is going to
not
be
sure
a
about the
hybrid of some sort. Yeah, so it's got to be a hybrid of some sort. The price, they're willing to. Well, they can't seller finance; they don't own it.
Well, that was like the one thing. So, I mean, when I first talked to her, she said seller finance wasn't a problem. Then today she told me about the loan, so I was like, maybe we could just like take over the loan, put the property in a trust, or like do some kind of creative way, so just for him to kind of step away. I mean, his only pain point really right now are the monthly payments, and he just wants to get away from that one and then reinvest into
I would
another
start
property.
there. I would totally start there, but he, in his brain, he thinks he has $500,000 with equity. He thinks he has $500,000. So if he's insane, he would do that. But I think he's. How many other properties does he have?
I didn't
I mean,
ask that.
let me check here.
I'm on it.
This is Birmingham, right?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
another question. I mean, I haven't really talked with her about like wholesaling the property just out of the first two conversations, but in Alabama, I mean, we'd have to sign like an affidavit if that was gonna be one to move on further, correct?
For Alabama,
Yeah,
an affidavit for what?
for like wholesaling the wholesale option.
I
Don't
think
have
you
to
can.
disclose to like the
We just
agent
need
of
it
the
to be
seller?
assignable. We just need it to be assignable. That's all.
Okay.
I think we'll be
So-
fine. He's got 11 properties.
He's got 11 properties and he's got a mortgage for $1,048,000 and he owes $1,021,000. I mean, this is a straight sub 2, I think. Like,
No, but he thinks
That's-
it's worth 1.6. Remember that part?
with 1.145, maybe.
So the other thing that she told me is like the lowest that he would go on it is 1.1. So I'm assuming that's like just the outstanding mortgage on it then. So
No, we're good. Yeah, if he's willing to do that, that's great. No, they're there. That's what you want. So yeah, just say, hey, I can come in and take over. But keep in mind the realtor still needs to be paid by him. But we can say, he's losing his shirt on this. Is there any way you can, just take $1,000 or $500? See what the realtor says. They usually say no, but sometimes they say yes because they just want it off their books.
okay, I mean it's been on the market for like 230 plus
Oh,
days, and she said
great.
that tried to do like a wholesale thing with somebody else, and that one just tied the property up for like 40 days. So, I mean, that's probably why it's been there. It's probably the same reason. So, I mean, I guess
No, if he's willing to take 1.1, that's great. Like that is his loan amount, so you're good to go.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
He'll
walks
just
with
walk
the-
away.
just
I think he
go
walks with
further with
grand.
the loan assumption, or just
Yeah, just start there. Just say, hey, we can come in and we can take over this loan for you. We're willing to accept the responsibility of the mortgage.
okay, I'll do that.
Right, Shane? I mean, I didn't realize because I thought he was asking 1.6, and so
Yeah, no, I mean,
if
if
he's
that's,
willing, one.
that's what I would do. It looks like he paid cash for this and then he must have refinanced it.
Well,
Is
it
it-
sounds like he just put it up to kind of test the market, and then it seems like he got desperate because to come down that much, he's coming down $500,000.
And it's he had it up there. And when was it? Estimated value in 6 months ago was 2.24. Now it's plummeted to 1.145. So there's something going on there, but
Yeah, there's something going on. You're gonna figure it out halfway through this deal, but there is definitely something going on.
yeah.
But yeah, throw that out there. In these situations when you don't really understand what's going on, the best thing to do is just lowball the crap out of them and see what happens. And
Okay.
taking over his loan would be, because if you're getting 16,000 and you're only spending 6,000 a month, that's kind of a no-brainer. Well, and they are nice.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, try that. Let me know what happens.
Okay.
Do you want to call him right now?
Yeah, I'm actually supposed to call her back today because I was
Yeah,
gonna
let's-
put an offer in either way, like seller finance or then today like sub 2, but I just kind of want to talk to you
Yeah,
guys.
let's do it.
It's like my second week doing this, so
No, this is great. Call her right now and just just say, probably the best I can do is this. Because she's expecting $1 million, so she's expecting 30 grand as her assignment fee.
yeah.
I mean, that's her commission. And so it might be something we don't know, but we're going to offer $500 and say, hey, it's been on forever. We can get you $500 to get you out of this. We'll take over his loan and we're all good. So that's where you want to be. If she counters right away, just say, well, let me check my numbers. I'll come back to you. Don't agree to anything on the phone right now. Like, see what she says. She might just be like, nope. And you're like, well, it's been on forever. How else do you expect to sell this? Because, it's not.
Yeah, I mean that was her thing. I mean, they already went through like the process with somebody before and it just fell through. So I mean it's probably a good point if I can just offer to take over and then maybe pay her a little bit. So I'll see what she says.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Let's, again, guys, like, let's push this. Let's go for these like super low deals. Like, that's what's going to sell. That's where your money is. Okay, cool.
All right. Thank you very much.
Go. No. Call her
Okay.
right now.
Oh,
Oh, right now, live on the phone.
Yes.
Live right now?
Let's see if she answers.
This is what we love. This is the best part of it. And do me a favor, turn off your noise suppression. It's down by your name. It's like 2 levels up, 2 rows up. It's like those 5 lines. Just if you click on it and then just say none.
This is Gabrielle Bevel. I cannot get to the phone right now. Please leave
Call her right back.
for fast track.
Just call her right back.
Try that
Sometimes
again.
people get mad when you do this, but I don't care.
Well, she said she was gonna be traveling to some kind of convention later on today, so
Okay.
oh, it's not dialing. Let's try that again.
This is Gabrielle Bevel. I cannot get to the phone right now.
One more time.
Please.
That's
We always try it 3 times.
Alright.
And just say, if she says anything, so it was messed up on my.
Hi, Gabrielle. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, good. Thanks for asking. Sorry to just kind of barge in like that. I told you I was gonna send something over. I just wanted to clarify a couple of things. I mean, obviously the seller finance option is off the table, so
He just muted himself.
How rude.
Well, his headphones off too, so I can't unmute him. Oh boy. Yeah, nobody can hear it. All right, let's see. And he can't hear us, so makes it a little harder. I don't have any way to override it.
I don't think you can.
We can't hear you.
Maybe Jazz could come up and do some like computer hack and stuff for us. And
Yeah, there we go. And who reads lips in the Discord? Anybody? Oh, this was anticlimactic.
it was. That's sad.
Could have been. He's talking to her, so let's see. Oh, thank you. Oh, he's muted? No kidding. Somebody in the chat, who said that? Daniel. Thank you for letting me know it's muted. I know. What do we do? How did he do that? That's pretty impressive. Give me the IP address. All right. Well, yeah, he's muted. Everybody. Okay. Hey, Jalen, are you coming up today? So we're gonna do some phone calls with you. There we go. Welcome back. We didn't hear any of that, you nitwit.
oh no. Oh, that's because I that was
Idiot.
that was dumb. Apologies.
What did she say?
No. She pretty much said, I mean, I told her I was just gonna assume the loan, and then she asked me for like a specific offer on the phone. So I told her I'm gonna do like the 1.1 that's still outstanding. So just like the outstanding loan, and that would be his chance to get rid of the payments, and he can walk away of it. And then I just
Good.
kind of shut up, and she said no, he wouldn't go for that. And so I told her, I mean, that's the only thing that I can do.
Yeah.
And I mean, if she would still be willing to take it to him, and she's going to present it to him, but he's probably
Right.
not going to do it. He's going to have to take care of like the commission on his part.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. She says she's going to keep me posted, and then I ask her for like a couple other opportunities that she's got on the market or maybe off market, and she says she's going to text something over, and maybe we can work something on something
Great.
in the future.
That's a win. That's totally a win. Good job.
Well, thank you. Sorry, the
I
next
think
time we'll do that. I actually don't deafen you.
Yeah, that was a total win, except for the fact that you muted and you suck. So other than that, you were great. Yeah, let us know. I mean, that's. I have a feeling it's one of those things when she takes it over to him that he might be just like wanting to get out of it so bad that he'd be like, "Yeah, let's do it," because obviously nothing else has worked over 250 days or whatever it was.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it looked like a great deal from just looking at it, but I mean, that loan just kind of really backfired on me. So we'll see.
Yeah, but I mean, what's cool is, I mean, that's one of those that you can look at it and you're like, oh, they make 16,000 a month and they're paying 6,000 a month. You don't have to really think about doing numbers on that. You just go, oh wow, that's amazing. But that's what I want you guys searching for. You know what I mean? For everybody in the Discord, let's focus on those kind of deals where you just try to find them where they're just ridiculously good. Because they're out there. You just have to search for them. So get on the phone and just keep on calling. Good job, Philip. That was good, except for the mute part.
Yeah. Sorry about that. All right. Thanks,
No worries.
guys. Appreciate it.
Okay. Later.
Later.
Okay. Wait, who's in the chat saying they're new at this? Just 1 second. Hold on. I love when people say that. Hold on. I'm bringing you up. You're going to be in line to talk to me. Okay. All right. Blake, what you eating, Blake?
I just ate.
I'm like a waiter. I came up right when you put something in your mouth.
When you called me up, I was eating, so that's why I wasn't on the camera.
Oh, okay, smart.
I didn't want
because we didn't want to see that.
I didn't want to embarrass myself.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that.
All right, so
Okay, what's going on?
I'm gonna send you just basic information. There's that 9-house single family portfolio.
Okay,
The only reason I called on it, it's probably a little over my head, but
good.
all the houses are within 20 to 30 minutes of me. So it just kind of made sense to at least reach out. That one address I just sent you is the actual listing, and then all the information as far as rents, upgrades, all that are on that listing. But he sent me over his annual taxes and his annual rental income. I just don't know if it would cash flow for somebody that comes in and takes him over. He's cash flowing.
Yeah.
He's cash flowing, but I don't know if.
Well, I didn't understand what you meant by that because you sent me that in the DM.
So he's got them. He's got some of them on like revolving, I guess, credit lines or however that works. Some of them are on different types of loans, and some of them are paid off.
Okay.
But when I try to input the numbers on the calculator, it doesn't. It comes back super negative, so I don't really know what I'm doing wrong there.
Yeah, we'll figure out what's doing wrong.
Yeah, if you just look at the basic numbers, they look good, but I don't know how it would work if somebody else came in for it.
And so he's got 10 linked properties. So it's this is his whole portfolio. This is everything.
He's the listing agent on them, which I did not know when I called.
Yeah, that's cool.
We started having a good conversation, and I told him I was, I'm fairly new at this, couple years in or whatever, but I know a lot of people that are much more experienced and da-da-da-da-da. So he was cool. He was opening up. I just didn't know where to go with it.
Okay, so he does have a loan because on PropStream it says he doesn't.
So did you look up that first address? If you look at the
806.
Yeah, some of the other ones will show a small balance on them. And his ultimate goal is to 1031 exchange them, so I really don't know how to approach that.
Okay. Well, yeah, the key to that is finding somebody else that wants to do like that is looking for something with the same price. So what we have to do with 1031s, you have to, it's a like kind property, but they have to identify within 90 days what they want, and so they're on a clock. And so the cool way to do that is he wants to 1031. Where does he want to be? Where does he want to go?
He's transitioning into commercial.
Okay, so he wants to 1031 into a commercial space.
He didn't specify what exactly, but he wants to get into commercial stuff.
So find out from him, say, hey, we've got 11,000 students that are all searching deals constantly.
Yeah.
If you can give me what you're looking for, maybe we can work this backwards, where we find what you want and then we work your deal and see if that's something he's interested in.
So is it literally like like a trade-off kind of?
It is. Well, yes, usually there's 3 people involved.
Okay.
And basically 2 of them are trading in essence. So like I have mine, and now I have balloons. I have my building, and I say, okay, my building's $200,000. I need to find something that's $200,000. And now I'm finding the second person, but there's a person in between that has the money and that's willing to buy 1 or 2 things. And so basically, this person's selling to the guy with the money is coming to the other guy, and then you guys are trading what's left over. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It didn't to me, but I know what I'm trying to say, but it's an exchange between it would be great if you found somebody that's like, oh yeah, I want houses in Texas, but you don't find that. It's usually you've got to find that other person that's willing to buy something. And so that money is never reaches your guy, so he's not paying taxes on it. It's going to the other guy.
So if you had, let's just say you had a $2.5 million asset, is it simply you want his and he wants yours kind of thing?
It is, but you have somebody else that has money that wants that wants the other asset or his asset, and then they take it and they basically are buying the other one, but then they're just trading. You know what I'm saying? I'm making this sound. This is a horrible explanation of it. Because it's got to be a situation where the money never reaches your guy. He never touches the money. It only is it's kind of like a barter, but not really. It's got to be the exact same kind of property, because it's kind of funny. You're like, oh, I'm going under in my house, but I need to find something else. And I want a 1031, but then when you 1031, you have to you end up exactly where you were, just with a different building. Does that make sense? So for him, he wants to go from houses to a building. So if we can find him the building he wants, or the commercial that he wants, or the multi, or whatever it is that he's looking for, then we get them all in a room, and your guy doesn't ever touch the money. It goes right to the other guy that's selling, and then they are just switching properties. So the guy with the cat, go ahead.
Would I have to find somebody with that existing property, or do I still call on different agents? Or
you can call on agents or anything. Yeah, they're very common. 1031s, just so it's just a way to avoid.
Richard talks about it every day almost. 1031.
Yeah, no, and that's everything I've ever done is 1031. Because once you establish that you have property, then you trade it for stuff you want, instead of paying any kind of taxes on it. Because if you sell it, then you're responsible for about 30% taxes. But if you don't sell it and somebody else is buying it, basically, and then that other person is trading with you, as long as one person has money in that group, you're good to go.
So he's not necessarily looking for a $2.5 million payout unless he can get it right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't want to pay out at all.
No, he just wants to.
For him, he's just going to have different assets.
Yeah.
He's not gonna have any money. He is just going to be trading his houses for buildings.
Okay.
So he's playing Monopoly. He's getting hotels, basically. So but he's not paying for them, because the third party that wants to buy his place is going to pay the other guy. Oh, that made sense. Did that make more sense?
Yeah.
So your guy, the other guy, and the third guy wants to buy your guy's stuff, and this guy just trades. And so that money goes to the other guy that doesn't care about 1031. So you can't have two people that care about a 1031 in the same thing, because it's not. There's always money involved.
So it would, I mean, it'd obviously still be worth it to reach back out and do some more digging with him.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Where would I come into this equation?
So it's going to be this is where this is just like sub twos where if you're selling, you're basically the coordinator between everything. Huh?
I'm like the middleman, kind of.
Exactly. And so we can find your assignment fee in there somewhere. Again, tough process.
Yeah.
This is not something I would suggest for anybody because it's a pain in the butt. And you're on a clock the entire time.
Like I said, I only called because it's all within 20, 30 minutes of me. So I figured it would, at least if nothing else, be a connection for me.
Well, and also if you find a investor and you manage those, and you give yourself a job,
right?
You get an idea of what needs to be done by being an owner. So it's a great way to kind of get some training on being a manager for these things.
Yeah.
And so that's where you could step in too and offer that, where now the new owner has a manager built in and take care of all that stuff.
I might just
bunch of ways to go.
Just go back to him and play the newbie card even more, and like you always
Absolutely,
just look for
100%.
Look for the mentorship and aspect of
Yep.
it. Yeah,
100%.
He's been doing it for maybe 15 years or so, so he's just trying to load
Awesome.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can ask him if he has a management company already, but you live close by.
Mm-hmm.
You'd love to figure that part out. It's going to be a lot of work.
For sure.
But there's a potential.
All of this, nothing about this is easy. So I mean.
No, exactly.
I'm a year in.
I
part of
I love it. I think it's great. But if you get the things you want to do, next steps are get his buy box. What does he want? Where does he want it?
Yep.
So if he wants it close by in Texas, or if he wants it, somewhere else, find out what he wants. He might want a warehouse with office space. He might want just a warehouse. He might want multifamily. So find out what he wants and just do the mentor thing for sure. And just say, hey, this is what I do all day long. I can chase down and try to find you something. I'll send you stuff that I'm finding and we'll see how it all works. In the end, more than likely, you're not going to get rich on this one deal, but you can definitely say, hey, can we throw something in there, for my time at the end? Because again, with sub twos, if there's equity in a sub two, then you can get a piece of that equity. But otherwise, it's one of those things where you just got to figure your assignment fee. You got to guess what it's going to be.
Sure, that makes sense.
Okay,
Shane,
it made sense.
I kept cutting you off. Shane, were you going to say something? I kept cutting.
He took a nap.
He was going to say something.
No, I think he's asleep right now. Pretty sure. Do you think he's asleep? Should we talk about him until he realizes we're talking about him?
Sleeps with his eyes open. That's
nope.
Weird.
Yeah, he's totally dead asleep and not even paying attention. Shane, are you there?
I'm paying attention.
I
was reading something.
That was so.
No, you were sleeping with your eyes open. We caught you.
You were totally dead asleep.
Oh yeah, dead asleep. No, I mean I'm tired. I worked all last night. No, the night before I was up all night working, but I caught up a little bit last night. I'm still pretty tired.
I was saying I kept cutting you off. I thought you were gonna say something.
Oh no, I apologize. I don't think I was. Yeah.
Now you're asleep talking.
Now I'm sleep talking right now. So yeah, I apologize.
Oh shoot, that's crazy.
Here I come back and I hear you guys talking about something. I thought you were talking about somebody else. And I'm like, okay. I think
you bored him so bad. I put you into a coma. All right, Blake, let us see what happens.
I'm good. I gotta go. I'll see y'all later.
Okay, cool. There. That was funny, Shane. Oh my gosh. Okay, Trent, how are you?
He's on the phone.
Oh, he's on the phone, killing it. So Jesus. Sorry, I didn't double Z there.
Yes, how are you guys?
How are you? What's going on?
It's good. I just
So you're new.
I'm brand new.
I love it. This is great. Okay. Do you want to
Yeah.
know what to do? I'm going to give you marching
Yeah,
orders.
I want to, get involved in this.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I'm thinking English is your second language. Am I correct?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay. And so main language is Spanish?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. You're going to start calling Spanish speaking realtors. Okay. Because you're going to be 10 times more comfortable speaking to people that are speaking Spanish than you will in English, right? Because there's always kind of the worry of the accent and the whatever. But I can't talk to Spanish speaking realtors because I don't speak Spanish. I want you to call one, and all you're going to do is you're going to try to find out why the person's selling their house. That's the only goal. And that's where I'm going to have you call 20 realtors about any property. You're not going to worry about offers. You're not going to worry. It's just purely just to understand what realtors are going to say to you, how they're going to treat you, how they do all their stuff. Okay. And it's that simple, just to start off with. And then tomorrow we're going to move into stage 2, which is you're going to call them and you're going to start like calling on ones that you look up and that you like. Okay.
So the realtors that are fine on Zillow, so like doesn't matter the deal or anything.
Nothing. You're calling and you're saying, "Wow, what a great place!" Is that park like 3 blocks down? Is that a pretty safe park? Is it a nice place? Like you're going to get any kind of thing you want to talk to them about is going to be in the description of the house that you call on. So steal some of that and just play dumb and just be like, "Oh, is that new carpet in there?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, there's new carpet." You're just trying to build rapport to start off with. And then the next phase is you're going to call on places you want, and then you're going to have a reason to talk to them because you're really interested in the place. But I just want you to get an idea of how to build rapport, with the goal being finding out why somebody's selling their place. That's it. Because we need to find that out in order to figure out our strategy of what we're going to present. So if it's somebody that, there's a death in the family, they left the house to me, I don't really know anything about it. I live in Kentucky, the house is in Arizona. Okay, all that stuff is way important, super important, because then we can decide our strategy. We know their motivation. We know why they want to get the place. They don't care about the money. They just want to get it off their books, whatever it is. That's what you're going to get out of the filters. Okay. So do about 20 of those. Do 20 of those today. And then tomorrow, come back. I'll be here 8 to 10 Pacific time. And I'll show you the next strategy, what you're going to do. And I'm going to have you make a phone call live in the Discord tomorrow.
Right.
I love that. Whoa. In fact,
I think it's quick, but I'm going to try to make a call. So I'm going to go to work at 5. I'm a bartender / waiter. So I don't think I have too much time to do calls, but I'll try to do as many as I can.
Where are you? Are you in like
New York? New York.
It's only 11. What is it? Noon? 12:30?
12:30. Yeah.
Plenty of time.
All right.
In fact, let's go ahead. I'm going to have you call. Just go on Zillow, pick any house right now. Okay. And I'm going to have you call and just do what I was telling you about so I can critique you and let you know what this is my favorite thing, just so you know.
Okay.
I have a good one.
Usually people are crying at this point, so that makes me happy that you're not crying at least.
Okay. So I'm on Zillow, and but
Just
I look my son, I live in the Bronx. Area?
So yeah, do your area, but look for type into on Zillow there's a more tab on your filters, and go to the very bottom and just put Spanish speaking. So you can just call somebody in Spanish. Also, you can call any borders places at all. Anywhere in Texas along the border, anywhere in New Mexico, Arizona.
I mean, over here is.
Yeah, you're.
And where I found Spanish speakers, you said?
Yeah.
On Zillow, where I found that?
Go to the top of Zillow, see where it says more, and the filters. Click on it and go all the way down to the very bottom of that tab, and then just type in Spanish-speaking realtors. Okay. So you'll just type.
It works, right?
This works?
No, I said you say search on the bottom, like what I find more, and the filters is Spanish speakers.
Yeah, so it's
Florida.
let me follow along with you because I'm doing it by memory. So more, then go all down to the bottom. Keywords, Spanish speaking.
Okay. Okay. Let me see one.
Let me see if I can find one for you too.
I got one for him.
You do? Okay.
I found but doesn't. Well, I can recognize by the names, but I don't see. This one is it's no Spanish name, so I can, find it there.
Yeah. Here, let's see if we can find one in the Bronx.
Okay, I found one. Paola Maldonado. It's
Maldonado.
Yes, it's 2434 Tiemon Avenue, Bronx, New York.
Okay, give that one a go. Okay, and you know what you're trying to do. The only thing you care about getting out of him is a rapport. You're going to make a little bit of a friend, but you're going to say, you're going to try to find out why we're selling. Okay.
I can go direct with why you're selling, or just calling them and asking random questions about the house.
Yeah, exactly. And at the end of it, just make sure you ask them if they have any other listings that are, that the people are motivated to get out of, if that one's not one.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. You say right. I'm gonna try, right?
Okay, so down at the bottom too, there's a noise suppression.
Okay, let me see.
By your name, go up two levels, like 2 rows, and over to the right, there's a little line, like 5 vertical lines. Click on that, and it'll say noise suppression. Just turn that off.
Jesus,
yes,
I just sent you a document that has a whole bunch of report questions on it. So if you get stuck, you can just read off there and pick 1 or 2 and keep going. It's in your messages in your DM.
Okay.
You know how to get to your DM?
Trying to
say
find.
Hi. Yeah, say hi again, and you'll see it'll pop up in the right-hand corner from Shane. But if not, go over to the left side.
Inbox.
Yeah, if you go over to the left side, the very top icon's a little guy that looks like a video game controller. Click on that, and it will show you all your DMs that are coming into you.
Okay, DM. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw.
And yeah, there's TKO cat. There's cheat code.
Yep.
Good job. This is great. This is how you jump in with both feet, bud. This is great.
Okay. So I'm gonna call her.
Yep.
Same how you say. You don't have to read them word for word, but say it how you'd say it just gives you ideas, though.
Okay, let me see. No, where do you find the script? Nitro, Marshall request. Okay, that's that one. How long you have? Is that one right? But it's all in English.
Yeah, it is in English. Can you read it, or do you want me to translate Spanish for you? I can do that.
No, I can. I can read it, but the thing is, like, translation to Spanish is.
Yeah, don't worry about that as much. We'll keep it simple. I want you, if you fail on this, then
Yep.
I'm happy. That's perfect.
You're cool, man. I like you.
I'm mean is what I am.
It's okay. And sometimes I'm the same. I'm calling.
Yeah, I'm putting it up in your DM right now. It's in Spanish.
Oh, thank you.
These are the questions. I'll send you the sheet when it's done. Still printing, but there's a few to start.
Your call has been forwarded to an
She's,
Oh, Andy, oh man.
I'll right back. You're going to call 3 times. She'll answer on the 3rd time.
okay. Well, gonna call the other name. I think it's another one there.
There's the whole document for you.
Okay, let me see.
And if this one doesn't work, we'll just go to the next one.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Pues Jesús, vi un anuncio de una casa en 2434 y tenía algunas preguntas. Pues quería saber cómo está la propiedad. Ya vi que está recién renovada. Ok, sí, o sea que no está renovada porque la vi, bueno, la vi bien, se ve.
Sí, sí, te digo como, no está como, tú sabes, como recién renovada, como nueva, no está así como nueva. ¿Entiendes?
Ya, claro.
Buena función, pero no como nuevo renovado.
Bueno, ¿es un dúplex? Ok.
¿Tú eres un comprador o tú eres un agente?
No, pues yo trato de comprar una casa, entonces estoy viendo cuáles son las opciones.
Ok, ¿ya estás calificado por un banco?
No estoy calificado, soy trabajo con inversionistas.
¿Trabajas con inversionistas?
Sí, pues estoy tratando de hacer tratos con inversionistas que tengo en contacto. Ellos son como, me ayudan a encontrar propiedades y yo les encuentro para ellos y pues, vemos si es apropiado comprarla para, para tener una propiedad más en el portfolio.
Ok, pero ¿para qué? Como un wholesale.
No, trato de reunir información para ellos y saber saber información de la propiedad, saber por qué la venden o en qué condición está. Y ya en base a eso, pues hacemos un análisis de cómo está la propiedad y cómo podemos estructurar pues la propuesta.
Ok, muy bien, muy bien. Entonces, cuando para hacer el análisis tienes que ver la casa.
Pues en las fotos yo miro la propiedad, pero pues sí me gustaría saber, pues hacer contacto contigo primero, ¿no? Para que, tengamos un poco de relación para saber lo que trato de buscar yo y tú, bueno, y ver si tienes algunas propiedades que pueda yo mirarlas, no verlas realmente porque eso de ir no soy como en buyer, pero sí saber la información de si el dueño está interesado cuáles son las motivaciones del dueño, más o menos así, ¿no?
Mira, yo soy broker. Yo también trabajo con inversionistas, ¿no?
Ok.
Sí. No sé si es tu primera vez.
Sí, es la primera.
¿Tu primera vez? Ok,
sí.
Mira. Yo sé de muchos inversionistas que hacen eso. Ellos buscan personas que le busquen casa, como tú que me estás llamando para buscar información.
Sí.
Pero muchas veces las ofertas que ellos hacen son muy debajo del mercado de lo que el dueño está pidiendo. Entonces, la mayoría de veces que trato con alguien como tú,
sí.
que eres nuevo, lo que pasa es que siempre aunque estoy en el teléfono contigo, te voy a ser honesto, como me hablaste en mi idioma, yo hablo, o sea, soy latino,
Ya.
te hablé, pero la realidad, cuando alguien como tú me llama, 2 minutos le doy, 2 minutos nada más y ya.
Ok, gracias por tu tiempo.
Ok, ¿por qué? Porque se pierde mucho tiempo hablando,
Mm.
no pasa nada, las ofertas que vienen son muy bajas y
Entiendo.
no le conviene al dueño. Yo trabajo para el dueño, mi plan es buscar la mejor oferta para el dueño. Si el dueño quiere 720 y tu inversionista le va a ofrecer 520 o lo que le vaya a ofrecer, el problema con eso es que muchas veces el dueño lo entiende de mala manera, lo toma como un insulto, lo toma como de mala manera, porque
Sí.
le están ofreciendo mucho menos del valor de la casa. Entonces,
claro.
Eso afecta la relación con el dueño, porque me va a decir, ¿por qué me traes eso? O sea, eso, o sea, 100,000 por debajo del precio de lo que vale la casa, o 200 o 50 por debajo del precio.
Claro, entiendo.
Por encima del pedido.
Sí, entiendo. Si yo fuera yo un vendedor de la misma manera, me sentiría yo ofendido.
Entonces, eso es
sí.
lo que pasa ahí. Esto es una casa que está en el mercado, que se va a vender a precio del mercado. Ahora, si para darte una oportunidad, te lo voy a decir,
claro.
donde vas a encontrar casas es fuera del mercado.
Ok.
O sea, una casa que tú le tocaste la puerta, hablaste con el dueño directamente y ya ahí tal vez exista otro tipo de valor. Pero en estas casas se van a vender por el precio del mercado o más, porque por eso es que está en el mercado, para que se venda lo más caro posible.
Ok, entiendo, sí. Pues como.
Y los inversionistas también que te dicen a ti que le busques casa y todo eso, como eres nuevo, también te voy a dar otro detalle.
Dime.
Esos inversionistas que dicen trabajar contigo, no lo conozco, usualmente no trabajan nada, no terminan trabajando contigo, sino que ellos tienen su manera de hacer las cosas por atrás y luego tú no sabes quién compró la casa.
Sí, hay que tener cuidado también, sí, me ha tocado, lamentablemente así es.
Exacto, entonces todas las casas que tú buscas se están vendiendo, pero tú ni siquiera sabes si fueron ellos que la compraron o otra persona. Nunca sabes eso. Y por eso es que en este negocio, usualmente yo soy diferente porque yo tengo un contrato con el dueño para vender. No importa quién la venda, yo tengo ese contrato. No importa, la puede vender quien sea que la venda, yo tengo ese contrato por 1 o 2 años. No importa quién la venda, yo tengo mi comisión asegurada.
Sí, entiendo. Bueno, pues yo te llamé para saber un poquito de la propiedad.
Entonces, tú aprendiendo a hacer wholesale, eso yo creo que es.
Estoy aprendiendo a reunir los requisitos de la información de la propiedad para saber, sí, para.
Y los inversionistas no te han enseñado a buscar toda esa información en el internet. ¿Te han mostrado?
Bueno, sí, me han mostrado, pero simplemente es uno de los. Es un poco intimidante hacer la primera llamada.
Sí.
Entonces.
Por eso estoy en el teléfono
Pero, sí, pero yo agradezco el tiempo, agradezco el tiempo y tu explicación porque pues, es bueno escuchar las opiniones de todo, de diferentes partes y puntos.
Claro, y quieres también honestidad. Y
claro, es ante todo.
Tú estás hablando con una persona que ha vendido más de 500 casas en los últimos 4 años.
Wow.
Ok, so ya entiendes.
Sí.
Porque también la opinión depende de... La opinión tiene valor.
De la experiencia.
De quién viene.
Sí, de la experiencia, claro.
Entonces, de ahí mi opinión viene de experiencia vendiendo más de 500 casas. Y también he vendido muchos negocios también. ¿Ok? Entonces, por eso te hablé con honestidad, te escuché. Y yo sé que es intimidante hacer la primera llamada, pero creo que llamaste a alguien que te está hablando honestamente y por lo menos eso también te motiva a que tú también puedas hacer lo mismo.
Sí, bueno, pues estoy tratando de entrar en este negocio de diferente manera, pero agradezco tu punto.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Jesús.
Ok, Jesús, yo voy a guardar tu número. ¿Vives en New York?
Sí, yo vivo en el Bronx, New York.
Perfecto, Jesús. Voy a guardar tu número y te voy a dar la mano, ¿ok?
Ya, gracias.
Te voy a llamar para explicarte un poquito más sobre el negocio. Vienes a mi oficina y así ya te puedes conectar para que aprendas.
Muy bien, te agradezco la ayuda y el consejo.
Ok, hermano, hablamos pronto.
Gracias, Hipólito. Un placer. Okay, guys.
Hey, Zeus, that was awesome. That was amazing. That's so good. Excellent job. So easy, right?
All right. Well, let
you
me
killed
see how
it.
I go back.
I have very little knowledge of what you said, but you killed it. That's rapport. You did everything right. So what do you say?
Well, I asked a little bit about the house, but the guy was the realtor was explaining to me that if I was trying to I'm really beginning and trying to wholesale, and was honest. I told him like, well, yes, I trying to do it, and he asked me if they teach me how to find things online, like without calling. I say, well, it's my first call, and they advised me to give a call, so I just go for it. And he used to explain to me like, the things are, you got to be careful, and the things are, sometimes it's scams of the teachers, things like that. He's trying to go the right route.
He's got your back. You built rapport so fast. That was so great. See how much easier it is in Spanish too? Like you just went to town. You were freaking awesome. That was amazing.
Look, I have a house in Jackson, Michigan, and that was my first house that I get from subject to.
Yeah.
But I found a house on Facebook groups on real estate. Yeah. So I found a house, I bought it, and it's rented. So I break even. I don't make money.
Yeah, you're doing it. We're in Jackson. I've got a place on Orange Street.
Jackson, Michigan, 906 Elmwood.
Sandwood?
Elmwood, 906 Elmwood.
Elmwood. Awesome. Yeah, I've got one real close in Jackson. Same thing. That's so great. Okay. Like I don't know what else to teach you. You've got this.
Well, but the thing is, like, I kind of intimidating to call the realtors. That's the thing,
Yeah, but you did it, and you're killing it. But it's less imitating when you do it in Spanish, correct?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, definitely.
So, super. I mean, and you've got an entire border. Like, there's so many people that when you can talk to them and find the little pockets in the areas that, have Spanish-speaking pockets. So you did great. I'm really super
and also the
psyched
prices over here are, like a single family house, like 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, like 600. So I just feel like, like the same because the prices, I feel like I'm gonna buy it. So it's kind of hold me back, like just commit to them. I feel like I don't have that much, I don't have money to buy it,
You will, no question. You're doing great. This is good.
Man, I appreciate you.
Absolutely. How many other places do you have? You got the one in Michigan?
I got one in Michigan. I got in my country another house, but that doesn't count. That doesn't count at all.
Doesn't count.
Doesn't count. I mean, it's good house and everything, but I cannot. My mom doesn't want to sell it, so I want to sell it and buy things in here. But
yeah,
but
well, you can. What country?
Mexico.
Whereabouts?
Puebla.
Puebla. Okay.
Puebla. Yeah. Mexico City next week.
Hey, Shane, do they do home equity line?
They can do HELOCs. Yeah, you do HELOCs.
Okay. Have you ever looked into a HELOC?
On that house?
Yeah. Is it paid off?
Yeah, yeah. Well, in my country, yes. In here, I got a subject too.
Okay, but the other one's paid off, right?
Yes, but I built it from the ground.
How much is it worth?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. I had to appraise it.
Yeah, because what you can do is you can get a home equity line of credit
from here to.
Yeah, use that money to buy properties here. And then you're telling your mom, like, she owns half the property. You'll do your part, she'll do her part.
Yeah. Could be, I need to get information about how to do that.
Yeah. Well, Shane's in Mexico. So he can
totally you are in Mexico?
See.
Yeah. He's Canadian. Yeah. And that's all the Spanish he knows was C.
That's what it is. No.
Oh, okay. But it's cool. You live in Mexico, and then the process is a little bit different of the rules and everything. But
a bit different. But I mean, yeah. So,
but my house is like brand new. Nobody live, and it's a good part of the town or the city. Not that in the center area, but a little bit, and like 30 minutes away from the city.
Yeah, if you get it appraised, I can help you get a HELOC on it. We can definitely look at that.
I'm down.
That'd be sweet. Then you can start investing more.
Thing and we'll chat.
You are golden. You are absolutely golden. You killed that. That was so great.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay. 19 more.
I'll get there.
Before you go to work.
Yeah.
Okay, come back tomorrow. We'll go to phase 2.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, bro. Good job.
Thank you, Trent. Thank you.
We'll talk to you.
See you, buddy. Great job. I love that. That's my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
Well done. Okay, Eric, you speak Spanish because I could see you were the whole time. Do you speak Spanish?
I speak Portuguese.
Oh,
I don't
Portuguese.
Speak I'm Brazilian. Yeah. So, but I can understand. I can follow. That dude is a real one.
Portuguese is so it's such a ripoff because it's so close, but you guys really, it's hard to understand unless it's what Portuñol is that the
Portuguese.
Portuñol is like Portuguese and Spanish mixed together.
Oh yeah, never heard. But that makes sense. It definitely helps for sure. I was able to kind of pick up on what that realtor and him were talking about. It was a conversation. That realtor, he was like straight to the point. Like, are you wholesaling? Like, what's the deal here? And then just started spitting game. He was like, I've sold like $500 million in real estate, sold a bunch of businesses. So this is who you're talking to. And so I'd love to help you out. Like, take my number down and we can talk some more. Like, he was a super cool dude.
Awesome. Right. But okay. The only way that happens is when you make the phone call. And not only that, the guy didn't answer the first 2 rings.
Yeah.
So we had to call, but that 3rd ring is everything. And everybody's like, oh, no, they didn't call. I called these people and they didn't answer. Quit whining. Just keep calling.
Yeah.
Call.
Like, it's starting out in this and just making calls, it can feel super pretentious in a way because a lot of us that are in here, we're not to the level that we feel comfortable, sending our own proof of funds and all of that stuff. So some of it feel a little bit pretentious. You're kind of having to act a little bit. But I found that the first couple of times that I've actually just been a little bit honest and just been I'm kind of new to this. I'm trying to wholesale and stuff like that. I feel like it's just it kind of just breaks this super invisible but very tangible line of I don't know, just what's the goal here? What's the angle? What are we doing? What is this phone call for? And I feel when you kind of penetrate that weirdness with honesty, I feel in my experience, it's been like a little bit more. Again, I still haven't got my first deal, so I will say that. But just as far as like rapport building, I feel like the best phone calls that I've had where there's been like rapport, and maybe it didn't lead to a deal in the end, but at the very least, experience. Yeah, the experience was like, okay, just be a little bit more honest. You know, you don't have to like.
You don't all about that.
Smart ass or sorry. Yeah, sorry. Anyway.
I do.
Yeah.
I tend to be.
Well, but you've been in this, you know, like it takes time to get to that level of like comfort where you're, you know, owning it and it's less pretentious, you know.
Well, and sometimes it turns into a little bit of a battle because when you're calling, you feel a little bit insecure about what you're talking about. But the second you open up and say what he said and just say, yeah, I'm new to this, I'm just trying to figure, everybody wants to help you. Well, let's do this. Okay, great. You're new to it. They're thinking, okay, I got a new soldier that's going to go looking for, you know, for deals.
Totally.
So awesome.
Yeah, man. It was awesome. Yeah, I was like, yeah. Anyway, I'm sitting in the studio. So I do music for a living. And so my wife and I are pregnant with our first baby. So I'm trying to figure this out because neither of us have traditional jobs. We both kind of have like creative jobs and it's been great. But that, you know, that doesn't come with like a 3-month maternity leave for my wife. And so just trying to like grind out and figure it out so that we can enjoy our baby boy. So,
be awesome. That's life begins when you have kids, just so you know.
How many do you have?
3. I love 2 of them.
What's your favorite thing?
What's my favorite thing about what?
Being a dad.
The unconditional love that you get 24/7. My kids are 28, 26, and 24, and I talk to them every single day.
That's awesome. I'm 20.
It's so bad that my daughter, I get a full fashion show every single time she's going out for the night. Okay, should I wear this? Okay. Should I wear this? Should I wear this? Should I wear that? I love it. All that's you're gonna love it.
2 o'clock in the morning. She just made out with a bull like that. You said, like, what? Yeah.
I get it all. I get all the info. It's the best. And you're gonna love the best thing ever is laying down and falling asleep with him on your chest. Forget about it. There's no better feeling. No better feeling.
Yeah, I couldn't stay awake. Hold my daughter. I just fell asleep. It was like almost instantaneously. Like, yeah,
it is. It's a drug. It's so great.
My wife and I, we bought our first house like we bought it in August, and it was 11 days later we found out we were pregnant after having like tried for like 2 years. Like we just were not having any luck, and so yeah, we ended up getting pregnant 11 days after like our offer got accepted on our first house. And so it was just like it was kind of just like, man, like, oh, you need responsibility, okay, cool, got it. Like house, baby on the way. Just been like like a whirlwind. Yeah, so
I love it. So are you in Brazil?
No, I'm in Kansas City right now. Actually, I'm from, my wife and I are both from New Jersey, but we moved out to Kansas City in 2015.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
that's a great market. Really good market.
Okay.
Like when you can start buying, like, again, do you have equity in your home? Not yet, huh?
Not yet. Yeah, it's too soon.
Well, just being able to be in an area that is easy to buy, you're gonna do great because then you guys can be managers and have your houses with him. I mean, he'll get them when you're dead. So that's the great part.
That's the goal. That's definitely the goal.
Good.
So how can I help you? I have a house. I know we talked about that. Ended up not super working out, which is fine. Okay. I have a house. I sent it to you. I sent it to you in your DMs.
Yep. Got it.
And so what the kind of story on this? The Guilford.
Okay, got it.
3138 Guilford. So that one, so it's like turnkey. It's occupied on one side and it's bringing in 1,400 on that side. So the story is that the owner, the seller, they had a buyer in place and it fell through last minute. On the buyer side, the funding fell through. And so the agent, she told me that the guy seems pretty like ready to just like sell it because, you know, he was so close to selling it and then it fell through. So he's kind of like eager. So I gave her 2 offers and she said that the seller finance probably wouldn't be the one, but it's 290 and I offered 220. Well, okay, I'm gonna offer it. So this is kind of what I'm kind of running into this right now where they'll want. I'm trying to figure out like what comes first, the chicken or the egg, right? Like if you kind of like text or just communicate like an offer and they want it in writing, do you like just send like an email or do you send like a LOI? Like what's
keep it simple.
Sorry, go ahead. What did you say? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, just keep it simple. Keep it simple. That's an email's fine. Here's my offer.
Okay.
So and so and such. You can create an LOI that is just like you can fill it in, but I mean either way is fine. It's just they want something that just they can go back and show to the seller. It's just making their however you can make their job easier.
Totally.
That's the deal.
And if I'm not mistaken, for cash offers, rule of thumb is like 1%, right? Of like cash flow in comparison to the purchase. Sorry, in relation to the purchase price. So if you're paying $200,000, it should be at least $2,000 a month, right?
Yep. And what are you finding this to be?
So this is like a little bit over that. So the seller said that he didn't want to put anybody in the vacant side because like if somebody wants to buy it and they want to live in it, they want a house hack or something, he didn't want to like put he didn't want to have like a long-term tenant or anything like that. So it's kind of contingent upon the sale, but it's turnkey. I mean, if you look at it, it's in really good shape. It looks good. And the one side that is being occupied is at 1,400 right now, and so it can make 28. So I know I offered I'm gonna offer 220 in cash. I don't know if there's enough margin there for like a decent enough, because I know obviously the goal is to sell the contract. And so, what do you think?
It's got to be for people that really want it. The good part of this is it's turnkey, and so you're not dealing with
right.
How much am I going to have to pay for?
Right.
Let's see,
188 is where you want to be at, though.
188. Okay.
Yeah. So offer 180, so you can come up a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, that's where we got to be able to sell these things.
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
And it seems low, but it's one of those things you got to keep in mind. People always put their houses up for way more than they think they can get. It's just standard. Sure. Like, I mean, just if you were selling a car, you're not going to do it for exactly what you think you can get. You're going to roll the dice and see what happens. So yeah, 288. Let me see. So 188, right? Is what you said, Shane?
Yeah, it's 65%. So you got 5% of profit there. So you could probably come in lower.
Yeah. So 225 or 220 was a little high, huh?
Yeah, I know it doesn't look like it, but you got to use your comps too. So it's not just what they're saying they want. It's
right.
Especially if the deal already fell through once, they're feeling a little bit, like that their property's not worth as much as they thought. So again, if people aren't hurting when you give them an offer, then you're doing something wrong. It's got to be one of those things where they're like, no, I'm not doing this. That's too low. And then they call you back in a month. They're like, hey, is that offer still good? And so that's what we're going. And so don't be afraid to wait and have, and have them call you back.
Yeah. Okay.
And stay way organized. Like what I do is I'll just have Siri remind me, like, hey, in a month, call this place and ask them and check in on that.
Totally. No, that's helpful. Yeah. That's really, really helpful. Okay. And then I guess this is like a kind of another question. It kind of has to do with the same thing. Like, again, like I don't have like access to like proof of fund, stuff like that. How quickly do you think like that process works for someone in my position who would probably need to, submit like some kind of form or something? Like how long does that process usually take?
For to do what? I'm sorry, I missed the first part of it.
Yeah, so like in the event that she's like asking for like a legitimate offer, she's like, yeah, all right, send it through, but send proof of funds, like send all of that stuff.
Yeah. We can do all that done for you. It usually takes about a month for them for like the money to be transferred, all that stuff. But right away, if she accepts that offer, you can JV with us and we'll help you through the whole process. And so
Okay, cool.
I always say, JV it with us the first time, and then you might not need to the second time. I've got plenty of people that just keep JVing with me because it's so much easier. They're just like, yeah, I don't want to deal with all that crap. I want to get on to the next one. And so they don't have to think about it, and we take care of everything.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right. I appreciate it.
And so Marilyn's going to put in the chat, the form, so you have it. So because I think they're going to accept this. Let's get this one done. And so let me see. There it is.
Awesome. Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
Buddy, take it easy.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. Later. Okay. Nobody's cameras are on. What's the deal? I guess we got to bring more people up before we go to. We'll go to you, Isaac.
Please give me like a couple more minutes. Go someone else, please.
Okay, no problem. And Trent, we already got yours, right? Are we all good with you, or were we waiting for anything?
I haven't been up yet, no.
Okay, I didn't think so. What's going on?
I was just wondering, I've been kind of going after mostly seller finance deals. I just don't find a whole lot of sub-2 deals. So when we're calculating what to pay the seller, are they the ones covering the taxes and insurance?
No, we are.
Oh, so we're going to cover, so we got to calculate taxes and insurance.
Absolutely, yeah. For any kind of seller finance. So they're out of it completely. They have no responsibilities to to anything except the fact that we're paying them. That's all. Their responsibility is to cash checks.
So when we, okay, that changes things a little bit. But so when we make an offer and then we get the deal done, it's a deed of trust, and then
the home goes into a trust. So it's their home going into a trust, which we will own 90% of. They'll own 10% of it. But all their responsibility is bringing the mortgage to the trust. That's it. Oh, you're talking seller finance.
Seller finance.
Sorry, I just went into sub-2. Sorry about that. Yeah, with seller finance, you're just paying them whatever you come up with monthly, and so their job is really just to. That's it. They cash the checks. We are responsible for everything else.
So the deed goes into the deed stays in their name when we're doing seller finance?
Nope, it goes into the trust name. So that we're buying the trust from them over time.
So seller finance, it still goes into a trust, and then we pay on the trust, and we're paying taxes and insurance.
We pay everything, but they're just the bank. So everything you would pay a bank, you pay to them. Like you pay the taxes, the insurance, the everything.
And they keep their insurance policy?
They can, but it's not. They have no responsibility to it at all. It goes into the buyer's insurance, and the buyer pays for all the taxes, pays for utilities or whatever, however they decide for the renters. But they're responsible for any expenses.
Okay,
so the seller doesn't have any of that.
So even a seller finance, we put it into a trust, and then we cover the taxes and insurance. Okay, yeah, I was talking with a guy on a deal, and I offered $50,000 down. It's a duplex. I rent at like $3,150 a month, and I offered $50K down with interest, and then they countered. He said, "Oh, I want $75,000 down," and then I offered $75,000.
How much was the place worth?
$500.
Yeah, so you're right at 50. 75 is a little bit high unless he's willing to do no interest and lower payments. So everything moves together. So if you want higher payments monthly, then you get a lower down payment and you get a lower purchase price. But if you want if you want lower, you want more of a down payment, then everything's kind of sliding together. But we always.
That's what I'm doing. No, I did that. Okay, you want a higher down payment, and then I monthly payment by $200 a month, and then I offered a higher down payment because the numbers still work. And I learned that with the flipper guy, that as long as the numbers still work, the down payment isn't that big of an issue. So I increased the down payment and lowered the monthly payment, and then now they countered it saying, okay, well we want 5.5% interest. Okay, well it just doesn't cash flow at that price, and they're just not serious. And he doesn't necessarily need to sell, so I guess I just move on from that one, unless you want to take a swing.
Once somebody that is selling offers you seller finance, it's not because it's a good deal for you. The people that I like are the ones that have never heard about it, and they're like, "What? What is that? Oh, I'd love to know more about that." Then they're going to be more reasonable.
Well, no, he wasn't offering it. I just said, "Hey, conventional loan and a DSCR loan won't cash flow, so here's what I'm suggesting." And then they just came. So I'm guessing I'll just follow back with him in a month when the property's still on the market, and if he wants to sell it, then we'll figure out some terms. But since he's not super serious about, I guess he doesn't necessarily need to sell. He's just trying to move some money into some other projects. Then I won't worry about it too much. But I guess next time around it will be a 2% interest rate.
Yeah, probably. Well, and that's the deal. I mean, you already know how to move your numbers, so that's everything. So you can offer him what you want, but make it look like what he wants. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because some people are focused on, I want a big interest rate. Okay, great. Well, I'm going to pay you $100 a month. It's like we can make it work. So it's always about what they want.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just call them back and I'll just say, hey, my offer is my offer. There's no expiration date. I can't do anything other than that. So if he doesn't want to do it, then best of luck to you guys. But other than that, then just come back around. And
yeah, and Richard's favorite line is, it looks like we're not a good fit, So
okay.
He always says that. No, we're probably not a good fit. So it's a way of saying goodbye to him, but in kind of a roundabout way. So it's not mean. You don't want to say, your offer sucks. But when you say you're not a good fit, it's kind of a nice way to kind of put it.
By the way, he did say, hey, what's your end goal here? This for yourself, or are you wholesaling it? And it caught me a little off guard, but I just said, no, me and my partner are going to be looking at it, and if it's a good deal for us, then we're going to move on with it. And he would ask him what we're going to do our inspection period for, and I just said due diligence. We're going to make sure the property checks out, and then everything looks good. But I was thinking next time I should just say, I'm with a trust acquisition team. We find properties for a large investment firm, and I find the deals.
Or like what everybody else has said today is, let's just be honest. Say, hey, I'm new to this. I'm just trying to figure it all out.
Yeah, I could just say, hey, I'm just going to wholesale the deal, but we have a large list of investors that are looking for cash flow.
Try not to say you're going to wholesale it if they're not. But the second they catch you, then say, oh yeah, I think that's what they do with them when I get them to them. I'm just helping these guys out. Sometimes being innocent and new and confused is a benefit. So
yeah, okay. Also, real quick though, we're trying to buy a flooded property, a property that got flooded in St. Pete Beach. So if we can get that and fix it up by the summer, I'll be moving into it. So
nice, that's awesome, and use that as your, well, we've got a place over at St. Pete Beach that we're doing, and that's your credibility.
Oh yeah, I've been using that, and then the investor that I work with, because I'm still a realtor, and I've been working with an investor for a couple of years. I'll just be like, yeah, we just refinanced 2557 17th Avenue South, and we already refinanced 4059 19th Avenue South. So we're just looking for somewhere to put our money, and those are his properties. But
that's great. No, it's credibility. That's the key to the whole thing.
And no one ever asked me for proof of funds, so it works.
Great. That's perfect.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. So seller finance goes into a trust, and then we cover the property taxes and insurance.
Everything. Yep. Anything and everything is now just like a bank would. Like we're treating the seller like the bank. It's that simple.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Good job.
Bye.
All right. Strobe. What is going on? Uh-oh, we're not hearing you.
I'm not.
Oh boy. Oh, there we go. I think. Nope.
Oh, I see. I have the talk to press button.
Oh, press the talk to press, or the press to talk.
Press to talk. Yeah, that's it.
A coin toss. What's up?
Yeah, so I'm new. I'm a beginner from Canada. I've kind of just been
Excellent.
stacking information for the last 2-3 weeks. I've got like a bit
Okay.
of the terminology. I've done sales training. I've done a little bit of
How
like
many phone
IT.
calls have you made? I'm going to slow
0.
you down.
0.
Okay.
0,
Well,
yeah.
how are we supposed to know you're out there? How is a
Well-
realtor supposed to sell you anything?
Well, I had some questions about it before I hopped on the phone because I wanted to make sure I was at least prepared, as opposed to like saying getting frozen up on the phone. So I
Just jump in. Let's do this. We're going to get you on a phone call right now. Okay? I'm going to give you all the tools you need. The only thing, I mean, did you watch Jesus just a minute ago?
No, I
Okay,
didn't.
so he spoke Spanish, and so English was his second language. He killed it. All we're going to do is I want you to call anybody on Zillow. I don't care who it is, where it is. I want you to do 20 of these calls today, and I want you just to get on the phone and find out why they're selling. That's it. That's your only goal. And in the process, I want you to build rapport with the realtor. It's that simple. So
Gotcha.
find one on Zillow. Just, you've got Zillow open already, I'm sure.
I do.
Whatever house you see, click on it and let's call it.
I found a single family residence for 189.
Perfect. We don't care how much it is,
Jacksonville,
anything.
Florida.
We're going to just find out why they're selling it. See how
Copy
simple
that.
that is? I'm just
Yeah,
simplifying it for you. Because for the last 2 weeks, you've been staring at that calculator and trying to figure out which one to call and how do I do it. And then somehow the day's over and you're like, I'll just do it tomorrow. And so we're doing
It's not so much
We're gonna
that.
do
It's
that.
actually more like I work full time, like 10-hour days, 5 days a week, and then I didn't know if it's a good idea to call on the weekends. I think I've formulated enough
Yes.
information as well as started a script. To,
They're
like,
all,
I think I'm almost there.
all realtors work on the weekends because that's when they do their open houses. So
Gotcha.
usually they're sitting
Okay.
in an open house and they're thrilled to have somebody call them because they're bored out of their minds. Did you lose me? Your audio
Oops,
keeps
sorry,
bumping.
my
You
computer's a
did.
little bit slow. I apologize.
No worries. So Shane's a little slow too, but we love him.
Must be the Canadian
Okay.
thing, eh?
So do me a favor
I'm
to start off. Down right down where your name is. Go up 2 levels, and there's 5 lines, vertical lines. Click on that and hit turn it off, because that'll be your noise suppression.
Okay.
And also
Sorry, where am I looking here?
down to the left bottom is where your name is. Do you see it? Okay, and just go 2 rows above that, and there's like a phone. Disconnect quietly, and then next to that to the left is noise suppression. So I just need you to turn that off so we can hear your phone. Okay.
Okay, I turned it off. I think I still have press to talk button somewhere. I got to disconnect.
I don't know. Anybody know how to turn that off easily? Let's see. Oh, I think
I'll
I
look
do,
for it right
actually. We'll help you with that because you'll or just put a book on your space bar if that's what you have to press.
Can you hear me better
Oh.
now?
Yep.
Yeah, you can fix it through your settings.
Oh yeah,
Go to your
yeah. I
settings.
think I fixed it. Voice activity and push to
Good.
talk.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay.
Great.
Let's do this again. Your only objective is to find out why they're
So
selling
yeah, I found
something else.
why they're selling. Gotcha. Okay.
And the way you're going to do it is you're just going to build rapport. You're going to look at the description on Zillow and use that as kind of your guide of questions to ask that you already know the answer to. But it
Sure.
gets you guys talking. That's all.
Okay, you got it. Now where do I find their phone number? I don't use PropStream or anything like that.
Yeah,
yet,
no problem. Is
so
it in
they don't
Zillow?
have it. Oh yeah, no, it is there. Listed by Joan Wyatt.
Yeah, and just never
Okay.
never hit like the request a tour or contact agent. It's always just a little bit below the description
Okay.
and how many days.
Now, Richard was saying in a few of his videos, he wants you to start with something like, "Hey, your name. I'm calling about your listing on this address, and the city, and I'm a junior acquisitions manager. My partners are looking to."
No, I don't care about don't do your credibility at all right now.
Okay.
We're not worried about credibility. You're just
Okay.
like, hey, calling about, whatever it is, Elm Street or whatever. Hey, can you tell me more about the property? What can you tell me that Zillow hasn't, already shown me?
Okay.
That's an easy way to get in. Or you can, again, I love to just read the description that they wrote. More than likely the realtor wrote it. And just say, oh, hey, it shows that, this is close to the Monon Trail or whatever. That's what this one is. What is that? Play dumb. Let them guide you.
Okay. Then we're just trying to find, just on this phone call, we're just trying to find credibility on the house. We're just trying to figure out what its condition or
that, but the most important thing is, why are they selling? Because then we can figure out our strategy, because the strategy that we're going to decide is based on, they're leaving in a week for the military. And so they just got to get out of it. Okay. We know that they've got a time limit, or, we've been in this house for 100 years. We just want to see what it's worth, or, you just want to know where they're at. And then you can do more to build your strategy on what to do next.
Gotcha. So we're just going to be calling for that reason. And then I won't be making an offer or anything like that. This is just going to be my first run.
Nope. We always do. So the only other thing I want you to get is like, well, do you have anything else in the neighborhood that anybody might be in distress or anything like that? You can ask that. But on the second call, usually like this is first day stuff. Your next step is going to be building rapport and then telling them you're going to come back with an offer. You never make an offer on your first call.
Okay.
Because it gives you time to settle down. It gives you time to look at numbers, figure out your strategy. You don't have to do it on the fly. 2 months down the road, when you've done 400 calls, that will all just come naturally. And you won't have to. So you're seeing Richard after 5 years of doing it,
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Very professional. Like just super good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but it flows out of him. I mean, he's obsessed. That's the beauty. And I finally have gotten to that point where I feel the same way. So I know what he feels, but he's just obsessed with doing it. And so that makes it easy. But for these, we're going to eat the elephant one bite at a time.
Okay. Well, I'll give it a try right now then.
All right, let's check it out. Good job. And you got everybody in the chat rooting for you, so that's the best part.
Oh, really? I haven't even checked the chat. Thank you, guys.
They will. They'll be all excited.
And judge me if I fail, which I probably will. Let's get on the phone here. What's the guy's number? Okay, 610.
You are what you think.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Kill it. I think you're going to kill it.
Stay on the line while your call is completed. Long distance charges may apply.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Canada.
Oh, okay, that's right. Shane's from Canada.
It seems to be. Yeah, I'm from Canada, and I'm just hoping to do some work in the U.S. It seems to be pretty good for the bank account.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Okay, call right back. Call 3 times.
Is not available.
Can I leave him a message?
At the tone, please record your
Nope.
message.
Call right back.
Okay.
No message.
No message.
Because what happens is the first 2 calls, they don't even hear them usually, because especially out of the country, and it's an unfamiliar number. So make 3 calls in a row, and they'll pick up the 3rd one.
Okay.
Call is completed. Long charges may apply.
Always triple call.
Has been forwarded to an automated.
Yeah, okay, so then one
Let's
more.
see if it's true. It's been true the last 2 days. So let's see.
I'll give her I just want to make sure this is a realtor. It was listed by, it's a real estate group. So it's a realtor I'd be talking to.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's try that one more time. I do have a list of questions I wanted to ask you as well.
Yeah, we'll go.
So many.
Stay on the line while your call is completed. Long distance charges may apply. Has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Yeah.
Bail on that one. Just find the next one. Just go down one more on the row and just call it.
Okay, you got it. Let's see. We're gonna go for sale. Vote. And just to keep in mind, we are looking for distressed properties, correct?
Either one, whatever. But on these calls, you don't care.
Okay, we're just trying to figure out information. I'm just trying to get
Yeah,
get
it's 100%. All you're trying to find out is the reason they're selling.
Okay. Maximum 300,000. Okay.
And absolutely, Anthony in the chat. Yeah, never offer on the first call.
Number on this one. Okay, looks like I might have to find a different one. The number's not available. Yeah, what do you do when the number's not available on Zillow? Is there a different
Just move on.
you can use to
Yeah, just move on. I try to do as many things I can do to make things simple. So if it's not working, there's 12 million others. So you just pick. Because what happens in our own brain is we kind of derail ourselves for some reason. And so we're almost sometimes our own worst enemy.
Right.
Stay on the line while your call is completed. Long distance charges may apply.
No, Patrice didn't want to answer.
Okay, again, 3 times. Hey, you guys can always leave a message, but on this exercise, we're just trying to get rid of the nervousness of calling. So that's, come on, answer.
You can reach Patrice Corner with.
We'll try again.
One more time. Give her one more chance.
Alrighty. Come on, I can answer.
Stay on the line while your call is completed.
I just got myself a new international plan so I can get ready to start making calls. So this is a good start.
Good. Yeah. You're gonna get to know that lady pretty well.
If she decides to answer the phone.
No, I mean the recording.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, stop.
You've reached Patrice Corner.
All right. Okay. For the next one. This is how your life should be every day, guys. Is just keep on hammering. You got to hammer, hammer, hammer.
Okay.
Shane's actually calling from Mexico. He's Canadian, but he lives in Mexico.
Oops. Shoot, sorry about that. You actually cut out. What were you saying there?
No, I was answering somebody in the chat. Shane, they were asking if Shane was calling from Canada, and I said no, he's calling from Mexico. So he lives in Mexico now.
Why? Okay, well, so this one's got 3 different numbers on it, so that might be helpful.
On the line while your call is completed. Long distance charges may apply.
Hey there, Christopher. How's it going today?
Good.
Awesome. My name's Jason. I'm actually just calling about your listing on 8028 Bagpipe Lane. Is that correct?
Well, my business partners, Mira and Gene, are working with the seller on that property. Are you looking at this as a primary or as an investment property?
Possibly an investment property. I actually just have a few questions about the condition of the house.
I'll be honest with you, I have not been to it. I'm the team lead, so everything pops under my name. Are you seeing it right there on Zillow?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yes. Right underneath my name, you'll see one that probably is either Yevgeny Skripnikov.
Yes.
By Gene.
Yep.
Yep. So give Gene a call. He's going to have all the information. I think they just got that listed the other day.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you so much, Chris.
Absolutely. God bless, man.
All right, see you later.
Sure.
Okay, that counts as one.
Yep. Should I give this other guy a call, or should I move on?
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right. How am I gonna? So I got to figure out how to. He just said it, but how do you pronounce this name? It's spelled Yevgeny.
Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. That's what I'm saying. I simplify everything because everything that you're doing is giving you a reason not to call. Like, how do I?
Yeah.
I'm not calling that. Just call. Just barrel through everything. I'm a bulldozer, and I keep on going. You just keep on going.
I love that.
Well, you can find reasons to not do everything. I guarantee it.
Absolutely. You got a go-getter attitude. I like that.
Well, everybody does. Like, everybody does it. It's like, we're like, I'm just going to go make a sandwich real quick and then you forget. That's why you should have a woman make you a sandwich. See what Fabiana says to that.
Realty.
Okay, let's try that again.
While your call is completed. Long distance charges may apply.
You're really going to get to know her well, that one. Wow.
Yeah, hearing it a bunch of times. Hey there, sorry, this is Gene, you said?
Yes, who is this?
Hey, this is Jason calling. I'm just looking at your property on 8028 Bagpipe Lane. Is that, am I calling the correct person?
Yes, I'm the listing agent here.
Awesome.
How can I help you?
Yeah, I actually just got your number from Chris, and I just had a couple questions about the property condition. So we're looking at about 3 beds, 2 bath. How's the roof on it right now?
So, in the property description, the roof is 2018, and the AC, water heater, and a lot of the major components are 2 years old.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's still fairly new. What is you're the listing agent for this house, you said?
Correct. Are you an investor?
Yes, I am. I'm just more curious on what his motivation is to sell this place. Do you have any idea?
You know, are you going to be interested in a traditional offer or something creative?
Well, I'm open to whatever, to be honest. But ideally, a traditional offer is what I'm going for. So I'd really like to understand his motivation on why he wants to get rid of the place.
You know, you wanting to know more about his motivation. His motivation is that he wants to sell, right? That's why we're on the market. So he's pretty motivated.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. I just wanted to kind of figure out a little bit more about the place itself and just see if there was a specific reason why he wanted to get rid of it right now. But okay, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Yes, are you interested in seeing this home, or if you like it, possibly writing an offer?
Yeah, absolutely. I can get in contact with you pretty soon with an offer. I just want to take a little bit more of a detailed look into it. And can I give you a call back?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay, thanks a lot. I really appreciate your time.
Thanks, bye.
Okay, we can beat you up on this one. This is fun. Okay, what we want to do is we want to build a little bit more rapport. Okay, he knows the game. This realtor, like everybody in the chat's like, what a jerk.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm just reading the chat now.
But make it fun. When they're a jerk like that, say, oh, I thought you were interested in selling the house.
Right.
That's always a great comeback for them. Because he's like, well, what are you? And what are you doing? Are you an investor? And I always say, well, it all depends on what's going on with the house. And
Right.
so, why don't you sell me on the house a little bit? And so I understand, don't always be on the defensive, because you bailed right when he was being mean. You're like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
Okay, see ya. And he's like, well, wait. And so in that sense, you let him chase you a little bit, but don't worry about, just like match their tone. If he's that no nonsense kind of guy, you can be like, oh man, you caught me. I'm new to this and I'm just trying to figure out how to do this. I've got one house I already bought and I'm just looking to buy another one. And so this is all new to me. So the more you can help me out, the better. Falling on the sword like that with them. Maybe he's that guy that's like, oh, cool. Okay. Well, let me see what I can do for you. Because he's right away. He's like, okay, this guy's just trying to scam me right out of the gate. And so that's why I want you to make these phone calls. So you can figure out a strategy that works for you to make these guys nicer. And not every realtor is going to be like that. So that's why I focus on, in the area, it says that there's this Bosun Park or whatever. And what's that mean? Where's that park? Is it, because those kind of just little things, finding out. The greatest thing ever, and I use it all the time, is like, oh, my mom's name's Chris, or my dad's name's Chris, or whatever his name was. And I'm like, yeah, that's so crazy. So it just kind of sets them back on their heels just a little bit, so they're not coming after you so much. Okay.
I guess I was probably also just a little bit nervous, being that it was my first call.
Course.
But
You're supposed to be.
That's I guess.
Totally what you're supposed to be. That's why you're going to do 18 more. I'm giving you Chris that job. But do 18 more and just really, I want you to feel that nervousness. I want you to be frustrated. I want you to be scared. I want you to do all that stuff so we can get out of the way and get to business. Okay?
I got off work today, so I'm lucky. I can make those 18 calls today for sure.
Good. Let's get it done. I'm here tomorrow at 8:00 from 8 till 10. I want to hear back. I want to hear how it went, because it's going to be frustrating. And do yourself a favor and record yourself if you can, just so you can listen back to it and see why you were nervous, because there's no reason to be nervous. It's in negotiation. It's whoever has the upper hand is going to win the negotiation no matter what's going on. And so he had the upper hand. He shut you down right away and you let him. So don't let him.
I did.
And just say, oh, I love to say, oh, it sounds like you're having a bad day. Is this a bad time to talk to you? And so they're like, oh crap, I'm a jerk. I didn't realize it was coming off like that. And I'm a new investor and this is all new for me. I'm trying to get this, I'm trying to get an understanding of this, all those things, because we're so worried about our own credibility that we're forgetting to focus on the property.
Right.
And so,
of course,
like you said at the beginning, you're like, okay, I'm going to say I'm an acquisition manager and da-da-da. If I said, oh, really, what's an acquisition manager? What do you do? What do you do for a living? Like as an acquisition
probably
manager?
Google it really fast or something.
So
I'm just trying to follow Richard's instructions, so that's why I'm so confused on every direction.
It's fine. It's totally fine. But know that that's all fine. But don't don't paint yourself into a corner, because if you start using words that you don't know, I don't know if you've ever listened to athletes speak on camera, and they don't know what's going on, and they don't know words, and so they throw in big words, and they don't fit in the sentence at all. And so it's the same kind of thing where I can call you out in a hot second because I'm like, nope, we don't really use that term anymore, or nope, that's not the way we use that term, or
Right.
So don't be afraid to be yourself. It's the hardest thing to do. Just be yourself. Hey, I
feel like I'm a pretty people person on the phone. I think I'm all right with speaking on the phone. So I think being myself is kind of the thing that dragged me towards doing this type of thing, is that you can sort of be yourself on the phone. You don't have to be this professional, suit up type of guy. You can actually do it from anywhere. You can be you and just talk to people. I like that. I like the whole idea.
100%.
Now, I know there's a lot of other people waiting. I have some questions for you if you don't mind me asking.
Sure, what's up?
Sure. So I just wrote them down so I made sure. So I don't use PropStream because I'm going into this with no money, right? I'm just curious to the difference of if somebody's house is like under mortgage or if it isn't. What should I be going in for, and like what differences will it make?
Okay, so if it has a mortgage, is that what you mean by under mortgage?
Yeah, if you're calling somebody and if it is or if it isn't, what's the difference there? What should I have? What should I know?
Okay, so if you don't have PropStream, but you get on PropWire? Have you used PropWire?
I'm going. I don't have PropWire either. I'm not sure what it is, and I have no money, so I'm not really.
No worries. Yeah, that's fine. PropWire is free. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay.
Tell me in the chat. I haven't used it. Yeah, PropWire is free, so that part's fine. And so go onto PropWire and find out as much information as possible. The whole point of all this is getting information from PropStream and PropWire allows you to have answers to the questions you're going to ask them. Okay?
Right.
Therefore, it builds your confidence. And so you're coming in with the answers and you're asking questions that you know the answer to. But if you go in and somebody's property has a mortgage and they have, let's say, $10,000 in equity, then okay, this is a possibility for a sub 2. And I like to call it a mortgage takeover because it's not really sub 2. Sub 2 is a different thing, but that's what we kind of use as slang in here. So that you'll just be taking over the mortgage. And I've done it several times where I come in with no money at all and I just take over the mortgage. And I step into their position in the mortgage. And so that's the one we do with a trust. The other one is if it's paid off completely, now your strategy is to offer them seller financing. And so what you want to do is you want to offer more than what they owe. I mean, what they're asking for their property to incentivize them to get a set of payments. So, and then the last one's cash. And so there's just really there's hybrid, but you don't.
Do they like to go for the seller finance thing because it's like no interest rate or very low interest rate, and then
that's what we like about it for sure. We like the no interest. That's great for us. Sellers have to be talked into it.
Okay.
So, and the way we incentivize them is by offering them a large amount of money more for their place than they're asking. And so the best ones are they just drop $20,000 to $200,000, and you come in and you say, "Hey, how about I go 220?" And they're like, "Oh, sweet, we just dropped from that." Like, wait, that would be cool because we felt like we just lost that money, and so now they found it, and so that incentivizes them. Make sense?
I haven't actually gone through any of the seller finance training yet because in Richard's podcast he said to go straight for cash if you're a new beginner, just like to start with that at least. But I'm open to learning absolutely everything. Like I love.
Yeah, absolutely, and it will all come with your education is going to come from the realtors. That guy educated you because now you see that you telegraphed what you were doing. Like he knew right away when you said, I really want to know what the motivation is, because that's not what we say. It's like, oh, are they leaving town? Or it's all around, like, where are they heading to? You know, why would they leave such a cool house? You know, that kind of stuff. Not, hey, what's the motivation of the seller? Because that's their secret weapon against you. And so they're not giving it up. They're not going to give that up easy. But if you give them a reason, you know, to tell you as you're getting the rapport, then you'll have a best friend and they'll tell you everything.
I'm going to definitely make some more of these calls today. Like you said, you do like 18 more today. Today's the day I'm going to do it for sure.
Okay. I'm going to hold you to that. So here's the thing. If somebody tells me they're going to do something and they don't do it, they lose credibility in my eyes. Okay.
Okay.
Sadly, I'm going to be on till 5 o'clock Pacific. I'm taking over Richard's, so I'm going to be here all day. So
all right,
come to me at the end. I want to hear about, I want to hear that you did it all. I want to hear you, you did every one of those and the problems that you had. But I'm holding you to it because now you told me you're going to do it. So I'm
going to do it.
I'm a show me, don't tell me kind of guy. So if you show me that
I'll do it.
Okay. All right. I believe in you. Okay, cool. What are the questions?
Could you tell me about getting boots on the ground? How does it work? Obviously, I'll be doing everything virtually. So I don't know.
You are so buttoned up, bro. Slow down. You're fine. Boots on the ground. Right. Don't worry about it yet. It's not anything you need to worry about. I love that you have your questions laid out for you. Do not use a script ever. I won't let you use scripts when you're talking to realtors. You can have bullet points and things you want to ask them. But the second you go into your reading the script, you're going to lose the realtor. They're not going to care. They're going to be like, oh, it's another one of those guys sitting in the Philippines reading from a script. Okay?
Okay. All right.
So don't worry about boots on the ground yet. There's going to be a lot of problems that come up. I don't worry about problems until they come up. I plan for them, but I don't worry about it until it comes up.
Right.
So, and boots on the ground, the beauty of this Discord is you have people all over the place, and you can just throw it out and say, "Hey, can somebody go walk a property for me?" And it's this, and we'll JV on it together, or I'll pay you $50 or whatever. When it gets to that point, then we'll be all good. But you never really need to have boots on the ground because you're not buying it.
Right.
Okay. What's your next question without reading it? Without reading it.
Oh well. I have them all listed out on my phone. I can't. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'm way too far ahead then.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a lot of people worry about things that are 2 years ahead of time. Just focus on getting these calls done. Your questions, I'll answer anytime you want. If you want to send them to me in my DMs, send me a question. I'll answer it.
Sure. Yeah. I think I just added you as a friend, so I'll do that.
You are good to go. Go get those calls done.
Okay, man. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Show of hands in the chat. Show of hands. How many people think he's going to actually come through and do all those calls today before the end of Richard's live? So he has till 5 o'clock. Anybody think? Anybody? Okay. You got the support of the chat. Everybody thinks you're going to do it. I'm going to say he's probably not going to, and we're not going to hear back from him ever again.
That's not true. There's no way. What time is it where you are? Eastern Standard Time? I'm on Pacific right now.
I'm on Pacific. Where are you?
Pacific? I'm in British Columbia.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm in California. So you got till 5 o'clock. Hit the ground running. Good job. And you got everybody's support. That's the best part.
Oh, man. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate that.
Okay. Have a blast.
All right. Thank you so much.
Later, bro. You bet. Okay, Ryan.
How's it going? I have a quick question, and I'm out of your hair, and you guys can.
Damn right you are. Oh, I'm cussing. Jeez. What's the question? Please read it from your phone, word for word.
I have a contract question. All right. So I have a property. They just accepted my offer. I'm writing up the contract. The seller, the agent told me the seller she needs until April 30th to move out. So on the contract, where it gives the close of escrow, it gives you on or before you could put the day. What am I putting as far as, or which box I'm checking off is my first question, and then how am I wording it? Am I wording it 30 days after effective date or 30 days after April 30th? That's my question.
I would say just 30 days after April. But keep in mind, if you buy it sooner, you can lease it back to her. She can just rent it from you, from the buyer. So you can put in the notes of the contract, seller wishes to be out by this date. If we close earlier, the rent will be whatever you want to say the rent is. And so that way she knows what the rent's going to be. She can guarantee that she's going to be able to stay there till she wants to get out if it gets sold earlier.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
And then inspection period. So this is a subject.
Days.
This is a subject too, just to
okay. Perfect. Yeah, 15 business days.
10 business days, but she basically
15.
I mean, okay, 15. The only time, well, she said that she can have, I guess, someone come in after the 27th or after March 27th.
Perfect. That's great. After March 27th, perfect. That gives you extra days. So you want 15 business days from that point.
From the 27th.
Yep. 15 from that. Now you've got basically a month to try to sell this.
The oven is on. Okay, it's going to be hot.
Okay.
Makes sense. So do you see how you're getting extra days? So all the things she's asking for are all great things.
Are great things. Okay.
Hey, I want to make sure I get to stay here. Like, no problem. You can stay there. So it's just the rent's going to be this much a month, whatever. And you can even be nice to her and say, yeah, we'll just rent it to you for what the mortgage payment is. I did that with my place in Michigan, where the guy super hurting it was Christmas time. I was not going to kick him out of his house at Christmas time. There was no way. And so I rented it back to him for the first month for free. And then we did a reduced rate till March so he could get back on his feet. So again, these are all things that it's all negotiable. And so just be a little bit human. But if you want us to look at the contract, we can totally make sure that you've got all your I's dotted and your T's crossed.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna go ahead and writing it up, and then
okay, Marilyn will send you our agreement that just so we can keep everything organized on our side.
Gotcha.
Do you have buyer? Do you have a buyer yet?
Yes, I do have a buyer.
Okay, good. So just in that regard, you don't need us to JV with you, but we're happy to look at it. So you can just send it through. Sign the JV, but I won't honor it. Like, it's the only way you're going to be able to get through it.
To better answer that question, I have a buyer if my plan A doesn't work. I have a plan A and a plan B. I already have the buyer. He's willing to buy it. I already spoke with him yesterday. I just didn't have the contract or I didn't have signatures yet. This morning I got confirmation they're willing to accept. They're waiting for me to send the contract. I have a buyer lined up, but I have I have a scheduled meeting tomorrow with Richard to come on live because I want to auction off the deal because I think it's a really, really good deal.
Oh, that's great. Okay, what's in cash flow?
Bidding war.
Okay.
Cash flow is so without my assignment fee, cash flow right now is at 180%.
Oh, wow.
With my assignment fee attached to it, it's 30% cash flow.
So what's your assignment fee?
We don't know. That's why I'm gonna have a bidding war. But I have a certain.
But how do you know it's 30% with your assignment fee? Would you figure that at?
With the calculator, if I put $10,000 assignment fee, 20, if I keep going up, obviously. So my limit would be this. Someone can pick this up for 30,000, 25,000 actually. You're getting a turnkey house. You're getting a turnkey house that is already renting out for $1,800 in Cleveland, Ohio, in a very good area, Maple Heights. That's the mortgage PTI, everything you're all in is $1,050. You're renting out for 180 Section 8. It's already approved for Section 8.
I don't know how that gets to 180% cash on cash.
Yeah, it's 180 cash on cash. I'm buying the house.
I don't know how it gets there with those numbers.
So
you're what's the rent?
Rent is $1,800.
So it needs to cash flow like $2,100, $2,300 for that to be 180%.
Is cash flowing $1,800? Your PTI all in, you're at $1,000. So your cash on cash return. I have it on the calculator. Cash on cash is at 180 with no assignment fee. That's just $380 a month. $475 cash on cash.
Okay, there is something wrong in your calculations. Just FYI.
I ran it yesterday with.
I know, no. I got you. Just simple math. Simple math. 100% cash flow would be cash flowing exactly what you're getting for rent. Okay, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
180 would be almost double that. Okay, so what are you getting for rent?
1,800. So Section 8 pays 19. Section 8 pays 1,920. I put 1,800 for
cool.
Safe.
So
safe
1,800 cash flow, like cash on cash. 1,800 doubled because it's 180%. So you're saying 3,600 is what you're going to make monthly on this place. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm just saying double check your numbers.
Yeah, I see. I understand what you're saying.
Does that make sense to you, Bill?
I understand the math. Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay.
I was looking at the wrong calculator. My bad. Cash on cash.
You're getting so mad at me. You're like, what do you mean?
Got him. Yeah, you got me. Cash on cash without my assignment fees at 70%. With my assignment fees at 30%.
Okay. Cool. Now this is starting to make sense. Okay, cool.
There you go. Now it makes sense.
If you need any help, let me know. We're more than happy to help you. And good luck on the auction. So, guys, tomorrow, let's make sure you watch Richard's live because there's going to be some fireworks.
Well, I'm going to confirm. I'm going to ask him if we could do it. If we could do it, cool. We do it. If we can't, no problem.
Well, you can always do it online.
That'd be awesome.
You can do it online if you want to. I'm more than happy for that'd be fun.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Okay, bro.
Once I get the contract signed, I'll come back up since you're going to be here all day.
Yeah. Oh, I'll be here all day.
All right. Appreciate it.
Except for 11. Oh, I guess Steven comes on right now, so I'll be gone for an hour. Okay, Ryan. Good stuff. Later. All right, Isaac. You've been very patient. How's life?
Amazing. Life is just lifing at the moment. And yourself?
I've always said it's lifing. I'm lifing over here too.
Great to hear, Trent. Great to hear.
When my wife's with me, I'm wifing. So this is great. We got all sorts of wifing. So what's going on?
Yeah, right. All right. I did want to tell you about this property. I could actually DM you the property. It's in Chicago, Illinois. It does need rehab.
Illinois.
It's a multi-family.
What's wrong with Illinois? Anything wrong with Illinois that you can think of?
Yeah, you can't really wholesale there, but if you're unlicensed, you could do one wholesale deal a year.
Okay, good. So just know that.
Yeah, the only one. but I did want to tell you about it. So it does need rehab. It does need about like 70 to 80K rehab. And I spoke to the realtor and the seller on a three-way call, I guess 2 days ago, right? And then I offered him $10,000 over the asking price, so $190,000 on a 12K down payment on a 6-year balloon and the first year no payments. So and he agreed on that. And then
for the rehab time,
the rehab.
Is that you're doing no payments for the first year just for rehab, so you can rehab it?
Okay. I told him if he could give us 1 year, and then he said and then I'm
Did you send it
right now?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. And then and then after the first year, payments of $450 a month, and then he agreed on it, but then he just countered today in the morning. He said, and this is like, I don't know, but it's whatever. He said he wanted 3 years. He wanted a 15% down payment, and then he wanted the average rent as the monthly payments.
Oh yeah, just move on.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I could even counter that. I'm like, what do
Yeah,
I
you're like, you're nuts completely. Why did he agree to your verbal before?
Yeah, and I put it on contract, and I sent him the contract. He saw the contract, and then he countered because I guess he wanted his attorney to see it.
Oh, gotcha. And his attorney's like, "Why are you doing this?"
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Because
just say, just
yeah.
you, super polite, and just say, "Okay, well, thank you very much. I think we're not a fit," and then move on.
Right. Just pull back, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, yes. That's what I wanted to know. That's why I came up on here. All right, sure.
All right. So that's
Yeah, and Trent, you're a buyer too, no?
only when it's ridiculous. So, I mean, it's one that if you find something you're like, holy crap, I wish I could buy this. I like 0% down, 0% interest. I'm a jerk when it comes to it, but I get them. It happens. So I'm spoiled.
Yeah, this one was going to be 0% interest. I mean, hopefully they come back. And I pull back.
Everything sounded good, and I'm like, oh, so
I fell off at the end. All right, thank you, Trent. Thank you for your time, man. Appreciate you. Big time.
All right, bud. Take it easy. Okay, Steven should be back in here. Let's see if he's around before I bug anybody else. Bashir, we'll get. I just want to turn this over to Steven when he's here, and then we'll get on. We got 2 1-on-1s right now. Bashir. Okay, Coleman. What are you building? First of all, I've been watching you, and I'm like, holy crap! Are you an electrician? Oh, we're going in the truck. Okay, it's pretty impressive that you're doing both.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, you are a grinder. You're doing your.
I'm wired out now.
What's that?
I just can't hear you quite well. I just got to get my earbud figured out.
Okay, figure it out. Check 1 2. Check siblings. Check.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, beauty. Let me just pop in the truck here.
Okay. Where are you working?
I am in Canada, Okanagan Valley, and it's cold as balls.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks terrible.
Let me flip the camera if I know how. Maybe I don't. Anyway, there's snow everywhere.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that looks just like California. Never.
Yeah, it was 10 degrees for the last couple of weeks, and then it snowed like 3 inches this morning. So a bit of a surprise, but yeah.
Okay, what's going on? Well, let's chat until Steven comes up.
I'm brand new, and I watched Jesus and that other Canadian. I want to make my first call.
Nice.
I'm kind of eager.
Okay, let's do. I hate to do this to you, but I've got to make a real quick one-on-one that we promised to a student. And Steven's going to be in here. I get back at noon. If you want to do it then, I'll promise you I'll be here for you, and I'll bring you up.
Yeah, that sounds good, Trent.
So I'm putting you back in the cold, which is not very nice.
No, that's okay.
I love doing first-time calls, so it's kind of my favorite thing. Okay, we're gonna do it though.
Before you go, how do I do it with? I'm using my phone to be on Discord. Can I just phone somebody and you through?
Do you have? Are you working with anybody else?
No.
Yeah, we need you on a different phone.
You're on till 5 today?
I'm on till 5. So, what part of Canada are you?
Like I'm in Vernon, British Columbia.
Okay, so you're on. Yeah.
Can I maybe 4 o'clock, 4:30 or something?
That'd be perfect. When you come in, I'll bring you up right away. You've got first dibs when you can make it, because it's my favorite thing. So that'll be awesome. Good.
No, you rip a strip off me. I gotta learn something. So
absolutely, it's everything. That's the deal. Well, and the beauty is you can probably start investing for yourself because you know how to do the electric. You know how to do. I mean, how much construction do you do?
I've been working in the trade for about 7 years. I have my master's in electrical, but I've seen a lot of I've done a lot of commercial and industrial jobs. I've built clubhouses for golf courses, industrial plants, and I've been around.
Yeah, definitely. But that's a great skill to have to do this, because you can just multiply your you wouldn't have to pay anybody to do any of the crap you can do yourself.
Yeah. I've I mean, I found a video on Richard like 3 days ago, and I'm like, hey, this looks kind of scamish, but I'll spend $20.
It does, but I did the same thing.
And I'm blown away, and I'm ready to be inside in the warm, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's a motivator. No, I was the same way. I saw him, and I'm like, what's this kid? I said, okay, for $20 a month, I'm going to just take a chance and learn some, some terms. And I got obsessed.
Yeah.
That was about a year ago.
I'm kind of obsessed right now, too, so.
Yeah, good.
Right,
okay, we'll bring you back.
Yeah.
We got you. Okay, bro. Sorry to put you back in the cold. That's pretty rude.
No, all good. It's lunchtime, so I'm going to go eat, so.
Okay, good. Perfect.
Okay,
all right,
see ya.
guys. Steven should be coming in here soon. I've got to make this one-on-one, and then I'll be back at noon. But I'm going to leave this open. If you guys want to chat with each other, I can just leave this open, I'm pretty sure. But if I do close it, I apologize. All right, so I will be back in a little bit.